101.3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake.
Kayla Anderson is with us today, and hopefully tomorrow that's the plan. But she's still, she's going to wait and see. And, of course, Jay Johnson joining us today. And Kayla, thank you last night. Kayla texted me last night right at the conclusion of Monday Night Football saying, wow, another bizarre ending, right? Another strange, unbelievable ending to an NFL game.
Weird is what I think they call it. Weird.
Yes, yes.
I don't even know what to say what this last week was. And it wouldn't have been a week wrapping up the right way unless something like Trevor Lawrence falling to the ground in a crazy moment like that. If it didn't happen, it wouldn't have made the week. Mm-hmm. So it did.
Yeah.
And just wrapped it in a pretty bow. Falling
down, getting up, probably should have just chucked it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Slips again, and then, hey, I think there's a lane there. And then scores, and the Chiefs are vanquished. Chris Jones, interesting on that play, wasn't really that involved in the play.
No. He wasn't. And for a guy who gets a lot of praise because he is really good.
Yeah.
Chris Jones, we all know who he is and what he's done to help that team win Super Bowls. But I found it funny, and I was talking to you before the show about this during the broadcast. I felt like they went out of their way a little in the broadcast to let everybody know just how many times he was getting double teamed. Because this is why Chris Jones isn't doing anything right now, because he's getting double teamed. Well, news alert, there's a lot of good defensive linemen that get double teamed, but they don't get it called out in an actual broadcast.
Yeah. He probably just thought, whoa, the dude fell over. I think
sure.
he won, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's like, oh, Lawrence has no chance of getting through. And then everything just seemed to open up for him. Mm-hmm. And you look back, it's so funny when you watch some of the Niners, they're just standing there because they couldn't do anything at that point. Mm-hmm. He was already in, and they're just kind of standing in disbelief.
Yeah. What do you think, Jay? Trevor Lawrence has arrived? The Jacksonville Jaguars have arrived?
You know what, Whitey? I started the show yesterday, and I asked, what station are we?
49ers didn't play last night, Jay.
What's today, though?
Today is
Tuesday. So we're still, if you ever go to the 4-letter, or you go to CBS, or you go to Fox, and you look in the week schedule of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Even on Tuesday, they still show the scores from the previous week, even though you've moved on to the next week. Mm-hmm. So why can't I talk about my squad still being 4-1 in the top of the NFC, sir?
Well, you certainly can.
Thank you very much. That's all I was going to ask.
And we definitely will be doing that at 4:30 when Guy Haberman joins us, the voice of the 49ers, filling in for Greg Popovich.
Bang, bang, yeah, absolutely. But no, I always got to pay homage to the squad of the year,
of course,
which is the faithful. Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be excited too.
Of course,
you got a 49er hat on.
I do have. Yeah, I have that blue version, that 50th anniversary version.
I really like that.
Well, a lot of people are like, dude, where'd you get that hat from?
I remember I said that, I think, the first time I saw you wear it.
Yeah. I think I gave you the thoughts of, I don't wear other people's hats, meaning other teams' hats. So if I'm rocking my blue, I got to find a Niner hat, right?
Exactly.
Or a Blue A's hat, or a Blue Kings hat, something of that nature.
Or a Dodger hat.
Well, that's disrespectful, Mr. Gleason.
You are a Dodger. Can I get this, though?
He's not.
Straight? Okay. That's what, because yesterday, that was something I was like questioning too. Wait, are we being sarcastic? Like, I'm learning here every day, okay?
Yeah,
no Dodgers.
I gotcha.
No
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Absolutely. That is, you're sitting across from a Padre who has worked in the Bay Area in Sacramento.
Yep.
He can't bleed blue. Well, technically, they say our blood is blue, right? Until it hits the air.
Until it comes out, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we don't even bleed that type of blue either.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your A's all the way.
all the way. But no, shouts out to Trevor Lawrence. He actually did something that people have been asking for, which is show up when it counts. He brought the squad back, got a little help, of course, in the end zone. But you know what? Whitey Trevor is playing fantastic. He truly is. And he's got the Jags cooking, and you have to give him some love. As much as he has detractors and people quick to jump on him in the Jaguars last year, you have to also show him some love, too.
Yeah, the big throw down the right sideline was probably a more impressive play to Thomas, although the catch was better than the throw.
Catch was
it was
really
a fine throw, but the catch was like, wow. So obviously what'll be remembered is the play where he falls down, gets up, and makes his way into the end zone. But even on that drive, I was watching, and I was just wondering, he's not bad, but is he just not very good, But then he ended up getting it done. And in
Like,
the NFL,
where does he lay?
that's where the difference is sometimes. 2 or 3 plays in a game determine the difference between, wow, you suck, you failed, and you're the greatest.
Mm-hmm. It does. And I know in the broadcast specifically, you guys, they were saying so much about how this drive defines Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags. I don't know if I would take it that far, but I get what they're saying in terms of beating a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. That doesn't happen a lot for the Jags, but for Trevor Lawrence specifically, kind of coming back because he was dubbed a generational talent coming out of the draft, and he just hasn't gotten to that spot yet, whether it be the coaches he's had or some of the injuries that he's had. So I think it's nice you see him get a signature win like this because you can put a lot of it on him. He did kind of help carry the team to that point, literally, getting up and running the end zone. By the way, it was his birthday, so I don't think he was going to be denied.
I didn't see that.
26, yeah. I thought he was older, guys, but that just goes to show how young he was when he got in.
Yeah, if by chance he had been tackled there and hadn't gotten in, we'd probably be talking, if we were talking about him at all, we'd say, oh, yeah, he should have gotten rid of the ball, and he let the play clock run down, but instead he's a hero. So, Jay, I think that's one reason why, the NFL seems to be such a muddled mess right now. It's just 1, 2, 3 plays can make all the difference game to game.
It has for the 49ers, so definitely. I think it has. We go back to even the Eagles, and the Rams with the blocked field goals. Remember the Jets. Remember Aaron Glenn running down the sideline. He blocked, they blocked a field goal, or was it a punt? It was a field goal, right?
It was a day when 17 field goals.
That's right, absolutely. And then next thing you know,
were returned for touchdowns.
Yeah.
So wait, let's get it straight. How many were blocked?
17.
And how many were returned?
14.
Okay. That's a high percentage, sir.
Yes.
But it is, you can go from hero to many different things. Yeah, well, zero. There you go. I love it, Kayla. Absolutely. I was thinking something else, and I said, oh, this is a family show. But you can go from hero to zero very fast, and vice versa. You can go from zero to hero pretty quick, too.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when a GOAT was like a bad thing? You went from hero to GOAT. Now the GOAT is like the greatest of all time. There was a time
was a bad thing?
Yeah, GOAT was like, he went from hero to GOAT, which meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess all I know of when I do those emojis, guys, is if it's I think GOAT, like the greatest of all, but okay, I've learned that.
Yeah.
That's something new I learned today.
0 to 0.
Yeah.
By the way, we're thrilled that Kayla's with us, and of course, Drapes.
Welcome, Kayla.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really had fun with you guys yesterday, so now we get 2 more hours of it.
Somebody loves your shirt, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Did you see this, Jay?
I didn't. Let me see what you got rocking and rolling. Is that Ninja Turtle?
Yes.
Donatello?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
that's dope.
Well, I'm secretly a nerd, in terms of tech. I can fix things, and I think my family discovered that when I was young. My dad can't fix things, so he would go tell me to do the VCR and stuff or fix it, Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I picked Donatello as my favorite.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason
Heroes
I
and
did.
a half shell.
Yeah.
Turtle power.
I loved that
Love
show.
Ninja Turtle.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Love Ninja
Such
Turtle.
a
What's your
good
favorite
show.
Ninja Turtle, Whitey?
Raphael.
Ooh.
Okay. Can I guess? I want to guess Jay's.
Okay, there you go.
Michelangelo.
Yes, of course.
Yes!
As is most people, isn't it?
I think so, because he's so
Yeah.
fun, and he's the party time one. That's me on tequila. So,
You're Donatello during the day, Michelangelo during the night.
Yes.
One time I
Definitely.
took my
Unless it's
daughter
brunch.
Yeah.
in the heyday of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We went to A1 Comics, my buddy Brian Peets,
Ooh.
and
Oh.
my daughter got an April O'Neil action figure.
Yes.
And
What?
She was, yes, and I think she still had. They were kind of rare at the time. We still have one somewhere.
Does she have a microphone or
cool.
anything?
She had something. She might have.
I think it's a microphone.
Yeah.
With
That's
the yellow
dope.
outfit, the yellow
Yes,
outfit she wore
absolutely.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Check. Where's Imran when you need him?
Well, I was gonna say though, we mentioned that Kyle, his last day with us on a regular basis was Friday, and he picked a good day because you got the Eagles losing, which wouldn't have been fun for him to talk about yesterday or today, and also Jay. Let's be honest, and we'll get back to the NFL and the 49ers and the Kings, but his girl Taylor Swift's new album, Jay.
Uh-oh.
People are tearing her apart
They
over
are.
it.
They
I haven't
is.
heard any of it. I don't know, but it's like a story now.
It's falling a little short.
Yeah.
Kyle? Oh, Kyle's got thumb down, too, back behind there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know me and you, I'm going to hopefully, and please don't take this as, I'm pitching it over to the young lady of the show, but I'm going to ask, have you listened to Taylor's album?
So
'Cause please help me and Whitey, because I know we haven't heard a peep.
If you want my true, like, I am not really a poppy girl.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
I'm like
okay,
an R&B rap kind of. That's just my genre, right?
No problem.
But I do like a lot of Taylor Swift songs randomly. So I wanted to go check out like some of the lyrics because I had heard they're a little racy. So I think some people are.
She talks about Travis Kelce's first down marker.
Yeah. It's called like the Big Redwood. I think it's called Redwood.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So I will say, dead serious. So I went and looked at the lyrics because they're all over TikTok.
Gonna need a measurement, Jay.
Exactly.
Never mind.
And I'm telling you, man, I don't know if this album's for me, but I know Taylor Swift fans are so dedicated and so loyal. Like, they all love it.
Right.
For me, the lyrics are a little far-fetched. Like, they're a little, like, too you put too much thought into them. But I need to really go down and listen to the album. I just looked at the lyrics, so that might be,
So wait, when you say put too much thought into the lyrics, meaning she was trying to make a point, she was trying to get a point across.
You know when you're trying too hard?
Yes.
That's kind of what it that's what it came across to me as. Like, you're really trying to be really like
Different
creative.
now. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard
Maybe
it, but
too racy, but you're trying to really like find a way to kind of get out of that young girl. There it is.
It's not the one about
The
first
Redwood?
down marker.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured as I looked down the track, it said Wood,
Yep.
and you said it was, about Travis Kelce. I said, well, I'll go to the G pop version of Taylor Swift, the one that we've come to know.
Exactly.
I would not have known that was even her. But again, I'm not really a Taylor Swift expert or anything.
It's just a little like I don't know how to describe her now as an artist because she changes a little bit every year, but her voice is a little different. It sounds like, I think Lana Del Rey is a comparison.
Yeah, okay.
So
You know what the toughest thing for a lot of artists, and you guys probably know this better than I do, when you come in the game, in the industry as a young person, a teenager, a child, someone that is an adolescent of some sorts, and you cross over into being an adult, and naturally, as you're talking about Travis Kelce's first down marker, it's natural, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I have a 15-year-old daughter.
Oh, you know, Ben.
So she'll be 15 next month. And my wife basically told me, you might as well get over it. It's happening.
Wow.
It's here. She likes boys and boys like her.
Yep.
And that's part of the game. And so I say that with Taylor Swift is when she first came, we remember her as the sweet young girl, wrote her own music, her daddy this and all that good stuff. And then Kanye jumped on her helmet and people, oh my God, we got to have her back. And now all of a sudden she's a young lady.
Yeah.
She's wearing.
She's a showgirl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
That's why I respect her as an artist, though. I can pick apart, something like that. But when it comes down to it, I'm not in those shoes, and I can't even imagine the scrutiny when you're one of the biggest artists in the world, and you're trying to write a new album. I think she's at the point now she doesn't give a damn. She's doing it for herself, and then if you like it, which people are going to like it, they're going to buy her albums. That's how I look at it, is like how she's kind of going about her business now, because she knows, like, yeah, I'm not this little girl anymore.
Was she at the game last night?
I think she's being hidden, is what I had heard.
Yeah. Have you guys seen?
She was on Fallon, right? So she
Yeah,
might
a couple
have had
nights
to
ago.
be.
Was that yesterday or
I think
2
it was
nights ago?
on last night. I don't know when
Okay.
they tape it. I think she was on last night.
Yeah,
So
maybe
she would
they
have had to be.
maybe they pre-taped her, or maybe it was live.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of instances I've seen on social network where she comes through the tunnel and they have like a board or some type of rolling board. Or
It's bulletproof.
yes.
Isn't that
Oh, yeah,
crazy?
Yeah. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
I did see something about that.
Is it that real? Is it that serious at the Chiefs game?
That's what I'm, because really the only people you guys, you know this, that can get down there are, unless their security's not good, is media people and some workers and stuff, which I guess they're that scared that they don't even want to test it.
I don't blame her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, why you would never do that. I don't give a damn if you was the number one talk show host in America. You would not come in and have people
crazy
ushering
I
you.
don't know, but it's
you
crazy.
Wouldn't do that. That's just not you. I refuse. I understand that. I get it.
I don't blame her. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you would. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't blame her for doing it. Yeah.
So then, would Mr. Gleason go to the Chiefs game? Would you go to a Padres game? Would you go to the games if you had to do those things?
Padres aren't playing anymore, Jay. Thanks for bringing that up.
My bad, man.
Thanks for bringing that up.
49ers, sir. 49ers, sir.
Yes. I saw something today. Tupac at a 49er game? Have you seen that?
Yeah, this AI stuff.
Okay,
I'm sorry, what? Can I go?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Levi's, I was like, I don't think so.
They're like, I'm
No.
still trying to
yeah.
believe he's alive. Okay,
Yeah.
Don't give up my
AI,
dreams.
brother, AI.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Tupac had it.
you had to think about the years. Like,
I was like,
does that
wait a
make
minute.
sense?
I want to believe, but that play last night, again, Jay, I think that play last night, Trevor Lawrence, that almost looked like a bad AI-generated play where you'd see it and go,
Yep.
no, I'm not going to believe that would ever happen. They're going to have to fix a bug in that system. Right?
I don't know. Was it that bad?
That's a weird way.
To
I've
win?
never seen it
Yeah.
before.
I mean, because he got stepped on, right?
Yeah.
Right, by the
That's
center.
how it started. And then he's just, like I said, a bigger body. So kind of seeing him go down, it's not graceful by any means.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's just like to get up and know that his credit to the linemen, because, they did their job in not letting anybody get to him. But like you said, I think Chris Jones just thought, there's no way.
He
he's
just fell
getting
down.
through.
Hey, we
Yeah.
won. We won,
We
didn't
won.
we? Wait, what?
We're the Chiefs.
Now, you had a question about an unexpected team that could be in the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, because that then sparked my interest, guys. And I'm curious because I feel like Jay, I know yours might be Tampa Bay, but you can surprise me if it's not. But I'm just saying in a way because I wouldn't have thought this year, even with Tampa Bay, that they could be a team that could come in and possibly compete for a Super Bowl, like play in the Super Bowl, I want to say.
Right.
And now I'm looking at a team like the Jags and going, I am the biggest non-believer in the Jags just because I've seen a lot in that situation. That organization's a mess. It's a dumpster fire in some cases. But now I'm starting to believe.
An all-Florida Super Bowl, the Jags and Tampa Bay?
Could you believe?
Ooh.
Could you even believe something
In
like that?
In Santa Clara?
Right, the most opposite
The
side of the
furthest, yeah.
country.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
Really? You got the
something.
Jags?
I think they could. I'm going to put a team, if I'm going to pick one that's just crazy right now, that you wouldn't have thought at the beginning of the season because Liam Cohn's brand new. We didn't know what he was going to do as a head coach. And things can change, but they're in the AFC South. It's a winnable conference right now. Yes, you've got the Colts too. But I don't know. Something just tells me because Trevor Lawrence has been in the playoffs before. He knows kind of what it is and what it takes. Now, if he's revived Trevor Lawrence and they got a good defense, could we see it?
We kind of went through a weird stretch. I don't know what's going to happen, and maybe the Chiefs win again or the Eagles win again. But, in the NBA, a big deal has been made, as it should have been made, about the fact that we've had a different champion, 7 years in a row?
Yeah.
And there was a period like that in the NFL, I remember, right after Denver won back-to-back and before the Patriots went on their run, we had the Rams winning it, greatest show on turf, coming out of seemingly nowhere.
Right.
Then the next year, the Ravens won.
Okay.
Then New England beat the Rams, and then Tampa Bay beat the Raiders. Then after that, New England started stacking them up. But there was that period there where it's like, you didn't know who was going to win year to year. And then we had another period like that a little later when we had Green Bay and the Giants and the Seahawks were in there.
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to, as a Saints, Saints, Packers, Giants, Ravens, Seahawks. What was that? 2010 through 2014. So maybe it's going to be one of those years again. Maybe this is the Colts year.
And it could be. I mean,
It
that's.
can't be.
Could you believe like anything from the AFC South in general? Like coming out of the AFC South is just laughable right now to think about. But those are two teams that have vastly improved, whether it's their
Yes.
quarterback or their coach, whatever it is. I'll give them credit because they have played teams now that
Yeah.
are legit enough to say, "Hey, okay, you gotta tip your cap." Because again, the Jags went into the night. I mean, they went to the Niners
Yes.
and beat them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Today I was at home and I had this thought. The AFC road to the Super Bowl goes through the South. and I had to slap
That's
myself.
It's so wrong.
Yes.
Are we
yes.
drinking on this show? But it's true. I mean, right now, and again, it's still early. Anything can happen. But if I'm going to take some random team that I never would have thought at the start of the season, it would probably be the Jacks right now.
Oof,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
Well, again, we're talking random. So
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
With the 49ers, they wouldn't count
I
because
don't
of
think
their.
they count as random.
Yeah.
Because they're
Right. The
always in
history.
the mix. Yeah.
It's interesting. I will say this. I hadn't even pondered this. But if you do, you make a great point, Kayla, in the fact of both teams, the Colts and the Jags, are 4-1. I just can't believe that one of those teams would continue to have a 12-5 type of season. Like, I give one, but two, I just don't see it. But it would be interesting as you look at the AFC. The AFC West, which I always consistently argue, is somebody please step up and beat the damn Chiefs. Can somebody please show a post? And it feels like every single year the Chiefs are just average during the regular season, 10-6. They got to the Super Bowl. Nobody in the AFC want to step up.
Well,
West,
I know that
West.
I tried to convince you, Jay, early in the year that this is a
Chargers,
year.
yeah.
I kind of have to back that up a little bit right
They're
now.
on your Kevin 7.
I know.
Yeah, well, they're okay though. They're still leading the division tied with the Broncos, who a lot of people love. But if you really look at it, the AFC North now to Baltimore is 1-4. Even at their best record, they're probably equal at 10-7 or that type of situation. So, are we really scared of the Steelers?
No.
You're definitely not scared of the Bengals without Joe Burrow.
Excuse me.
I'm not scared of
Joe
Steelers.
Flacco.
Oh, yeah. Wacko Flacco's coming
Yeah.
into town, baby.
Joe
Come
Flacco
on, man.
today,
Still,
right?
it is what it is. As you said, Joe Burrow. I mean, as I said. But in reality,
Joe.
you're looking at the rest of that, probably that conference goes through the Bills. Maybe.
Yeah. Now that you're looking at, I mean, maybe and guess what, Jay? Maybe the Patriots under Braves. I mean, maybe
That's
they
another
get
team
something
that-
going with
Yeah.
Drake May.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Do they
the
got
Bills
enough
are still,
firepower?
yeah, I don't, and I've seen situations where you never know in a season under a first-year head coach. I know he's been a head coach, but this is a very young team too. There's going to be things that fall apart. I mean, you give the Bills the nod for sure there.
Right. A lot of people now around the league, at least according to The Athletic and their quarterback stock market report, are saying Drake may be the next guy.
The next situation.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
not just a good quarterback, the next guy.
Yeah, I don't see that. But so let me say this, because we're having some
We just be having too many mental breakdowns.
on the show right now. So
This is a middle breakdown segment.
So my question to both of you are, Colts, let's just say AFC Championship. Can the Colts go into Buffalo and win right now? Right now. Week 5.
They could
Okay.
because Buffalo's defense is right now got so many holes in it.
Kayla?
And that's a good point by Kevin. I'm still skeptical about that going into Buffalo because Daniel Jones to me is still a question mark. Is this Daniel Jones like in this brand new system in a brand new city? Like we're going to see that Danny Dimes for a minute and then it's just going to crash?
No, I
So
get you. And the expectations are so low now, and he can do
Yes.
it wrong, but in a playoff situation,
Right.
be a little different.
So I don't think I can bet 100% yet on the Colts to go like to the Bills and win.
All right. Second
What
question.
say you, sir?
No. I'm Whitey Gleason right now.
He's
Jacksonville
taking over.
Jaguars. AFC Championship, January. Can they go to Buffalo and win?
Yes.
Wow.
And I think the only reason I would say yes at that point, Jay, is because I really truly feel like when you're a quarterback and you've made it to the playoffs, right? And you should have been there before if you're thinking about him being a generational talent. There was so disappointing when they lost, and then the next year they were supposed to be back and be this great team. I think you really do have to learn something if you're a legit quarterback in this league. I do feel like Trevor is smart enough. He's got everything if he can stay healthy where he could definitely help that team if they went to Buffalo and won. Like, I feel like he has that it.
I feel like
factor.
they're getting, we've seen them a lot because they played the 49ers and run last night. I feel like they are getting better. You know, they're 4-1 without having played great early in the year. So obviously there's a lot of pizza left in the box.
Yeah.
But right now I would say, yeah, they're trending in that direction in my
And their
opinion.
defense is good. I
Yeah,
think we don't even
yes,
give the
right.
defense enough credit
Right.
to what what it is, which is pretty good.
To double back and answer your question, I would put more on the Colts than the Jags. I think the Jags have gotten lucky in the way they've won the last few weeks. And again, I take a step back, so have the 49ers. So have certain other teams, too. Sure. It's part of the NFL. There's going to be one or two, we're talking about surprise teams. A lot of people could say, well, the Buccaneers have scraped some wins out, too. It's part of it. But I say that in the form of I think the Jags are the team that we look back this season and say, yeah, I don't think they were really that good, but I thought they had a good season, right? I think the Colts have more staying power. I truly do. Me personally, I believe in the run game, especially when it's December. The Jags don't have that.
That's a great point.
I think the Colts have that.
Well, they've got Jonathan Taylor, right?
Absolutely. If he can stay healthy, And then the other part about it, too, is I prefer the Colts defense, hence why me and Whitey jumped on it last year. I think they have some stalwarts there. I think they have some young guns, and I think they have game changers. I don't really see that on the Jags.
Sure.
I just think they're playing very well. They've caught a little lightning in a bottle. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs, but because every season there's one or two teams that kind of, okay, you guys shook a few wins out there. I'll allow what the Raiders did last year. People are like, oh, they'll double back. I'm like, nah, they won a lot of close games last year, and they probably shouldn't. So for me, I'd go with the Colts over the Jags. It would not surprise me if the Jags won that division and got smacked around in the playoffs, though.
Well, a lot of that's going to hinge on what happens when they play each other twice.
Yes, sir.
Those are going to be
Exactly.
big games. Yeah, when we come back, can you stomach another Dodger run next? Sacktown Sports.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com to join.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Footballs are flying. The days are getting shorter. Fall is officially here. Will your heater be able to get you through the winter? The heater at Whiteywood shut down last winter. So who did we call? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We wanted somebody we could trust to do the job right and deliver great value, and Lee's came through. Check them out at leesair.com. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. We've got a new HVAC system that works great, saves us money month to month. Find out how they can help you at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-378-7241, 800-378-7241. Again, that's 800-378-7241.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. All of them top quality, hand-selected by their general manager, Chuck Dean. You can see for yourself their huge selection at SacSuperstore.com with the lowest prices and the best car buying experiences anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
A men's health moment with Revive Men's Health. 1 in 3 men over 45 may have low testosterone. Revive Men's Health offers free T-checks and tailored treatment plans, so you can get back to feeling like yourself.
Learn more at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/SacktownSports1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
As you know, we got the fall convergence upon us. We've got the NFL season in full swing. We got the Kings preseason tipping off tomorrow night. How about that? And the baseball postseason. Nothing like October baseball, right, Jay? Especially if you're a Dodger fan, because the Dodgers won again.
I know.
Dodgers have pushed the Phillies to the brink. What's going on?
God.
He's so happy back there.
Man, it's just killing me. Killing me.
Now you and Jay played a little professional baseball. He played in
Wait,
college. Yes.
what?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Stay in the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I love baseball.
He does not like the Dodgers.
Oh.
But I was wondering what you, as a former infielder, thought of
Yeah.
the wheel play to win, basically win the game last night.
Yeah, it's a heck of a call.
Yeah.
Heck of a play, heck of a call. You got to tip your hat, as they say in baseball. As much as I hate to do it, was it foggy in Seattle?
Dude, that's in Detroit today. It's I
Oh,
guess
it is. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
Jay, I think they
This
have
is a
been
replay.
delayed. Oh, this is a
Yeah.
No, this is
No, yeah, this is a replay.
This is the last game.
See, now I'm all confused.
No, it's very confusing.
So they're still on a delay then.
There's
that's
such a
right. I
delay.
forgot.
I didn't
That's
even
right.
look at T-Mobile
That's right. I
behind them.
looked up and they were talking in at the
Yeah.
As Jay said, they're in Seattle right there, but that's because this is the last game.
game.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, now they're all tricking us because they're so delayed. I don't know what they're going to do.
I
Sorry.
loved it. Have you had any opportunity to go to the ballpark in Seattle, Kayla?
Jay,
The
it's
Mariners?
been a while, but yes, it's brilliant. I was there probably 15 years ago, though.
I was there 2 years ago. I love it.
I do, too.
I love the half in, half out. I went in May, so it wasn't that bad.
yeah.
It was
That's a good
beautiful.
time.
Yeah, I was like, this is nice. But you have to tip your hat. You have to. As much as it's the Dodgers, you definitely don't want to give them no love, don't want to give them a pat on the back, but they're taking care of business, unfortunately.
Yeah. I know that this gets a little, in some ways, even nerdier than Oregon Trail because, it's baseball stuff. But
People
Jay,
were loving that
The
yesterday.
Dodgers are up 4-3 in the ninth.
Oof.
Philly's got a runner on second, nobody out, and they try to bunt him to
Bunt 'em.
third. No.
Small ball, baby. NL type baseball right there. Couldn't figure it out.
The analytics say you got a better chance of scoring with a guy on second and nobody out than you do with a guy on third and one out. So, I don't know.
Because people strike out all damn day now. Nobody could put the bat on the ball. We saw it just last week.
Oh, yeah.
Me and you were sitting here literally.
Yes,
the Yankees
yes.
strike out, fly
Sure.
ball, strike out, bases loaded, couldn't do nothing. That's just the name of the game. People
Yeah.
can't even put the wood on the ball.
So the Dodgers give him credit. They put on the wheel play, which is the third baseman charges. The shortstop covers third.
Yeah.
Third baseman Fields has to throw to the shortstop covering third. And it's a tag
Slap the
play.
tag on him,
And
baby.
it's a tag play.
Yeah.
You got to wonder, though, like, they're going to win this series, I think. I mean, you can't go or you can't be a Philly and lose both games as a home team and then, like, expect to go and make it a series. It's going to be really tough.
It'll be tough.
Weirder things have happened. But I do wonder, you guys, because coming into the postseason, the bullpen was an issue for the Dodgers. And it almost became an issue last night, too. Like, they almost blew the lead. So that, it's like, are they playing with a little fire once they get to that next round? Like, I don't know if they're the team to go the distance this year. But it is annoying just to see them even continue to win series.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get flattened by the Phillies.
I did too.
And they are not, obviously.
No.
They are not.
Phillies just can't hit right now.
No.
For whatever reason, they can't put the bat on the ball. You know, it's just, I have no clue. Even Schwarber, he's 0 for his last 20? Even going back to the regular season?
That's the guy that every time I see him, he's going to hit a home run.
Right.
Yep, I knew it.
You just,
yeah.
You know,
it's good for baseball, the business of baseball, if the Dodgers do well. Dodgers and Yankees do well. Obviously, the Yankees struggle. I think it is. Ohtani is maybe the most watchable baseball player in the country right now. By and large, maybe not your favorite. I mean, I think he's great, but I think he's probably baseball's biggest draw right now.
Yeah, baseball's so different, right? Because I'm such a baseball nerd, and I just don't feel like it gets enough credit, but I get it. Like, for the new generation, it's slower. You know, you have to actually sit down and watch it. But it's like marketing of the players, I feel like could be better. Like, it's different from the NFL than the NBA even. So you do have those big brands that are, you know, marketed well and people know about. And so I feel like, yeah, if you got the Dodgers or some of these, the Yankees, Aaron Judge, that you're going to get people watching it. Because I almost forgot, you guys, 2023 World Series, because I was going back and looking who we've had matchup-wise. I forgot it was Texas and the Arizona D-backs.
Rangers.
It was very forgettable.
I was like, wait, I had to go back and double check. And I was like, oh, yeah, Kayla, I do remember now. Like, it was only 2 years ago.
Let me ask you guys. I think we've had this conversation, Whitey, but besides Shohei, Aaron Judge, probably missing one or two other ones off the top of my head. That's a gimme and easy. Who's the most marketable baseball player?
Mike Trout still. And he's not even a playoff.
Really?
Is that not weird or what? And why I say that, not because I'm like, oh, Mike Trout is still in the glory days of his career. He has been on a crap team his whole career. They have not done anything in terms of the postseason. But yet those are the commercials I still will see, or people that talk about baseball that don't know a ton, they bring up his name.
Really?
Is that what? That's what I'm saying. We got to move forward.
Yep.
With some of these
Baseball
stars.
Needs to move forward. Baseball's
that's
doing a lot
interesting.
right this year, too. So
yeah,
maybe they'll get on the wagon with that.
Who you got, Whitey? Is there anybody that touches you? Because I think the Shohei, Aaron Judge.
It's hard to separate
Bryce Harper, but he's kind of latitude
from the guys are. You know, like I lean towards like Tatis, but obviously with his steroids thing, he had a chance.
He did,
but he's
very
not.
early on. Very likable, and the style was very likable.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh's making kind of a name for himself this year, which is fun, but it might be a one-year thing.
It should be Juan Soto, but it's not.
Nah, I don't think he wants it.
Maybe.
I think he's got his money. He's like, I'm just going to play ball from here on out.
He's such an incredible hitter. He was like going to be the next Ted Williams, and he's on the Mets, but they didn't make the playoffs, so it's not him. I don't know. Yeah.
Francisco Lindor, I'll tell you this much. I mean, he's had a pretty good career, and you know, not a lot of people knew what he did in Cleveland was. I mean, he helped take him to a World Series, but he's in a big market. He's a fun personality. He's a great dude to be around. So that's another player too that's still in his prime that you could market.
Cal Raleigh's a good call, and it would be Skeens, but you never see him.
Oh, that's right.
You just never see him because
he's got Livy Dunn. He can do the double marketing thing.
Yeah, baseball needs to get him to a big market team.
Or they need to win.
Very true.
One of the two things.
Yeah,
it's a great ballpark
though. So I'm with you, but yeah. Good luck with that.
You know, that's a very interesting thing. If Shohei, you might be right, as much as I wanted to disagree. Shohei probably is the face of baseball. And if it's not him, it's Aaron Judge. But after those two, are there truly any mega stars? Like, and, you know, we talked about what a mega star, superstar, we talked about Taylor Swift. If Cal Raleigh is walking down the street, does he shut down the corner?
Nope.
Not even close, right?
Right.
So baseball may have a void after those two people.
I think Julio Rodriguez could become a guy like that because he's definitely a guy, if you're walking down, like he's got the personality, you know, I think he could be a really fun player, but he's in a market that hasn't done a lot until recently. But if he continues to ascend, he could be a dude like that. I mean, growing up being a Griffey fan, it just didn't get any better. I mean, that's like the what he did for baseball, we're still talking about him.
And speaking of the Mariners, like Ichiro kind of had some of that.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know
yeah, for sure.
A couple years ago, my
Legend.
wife is from Okinawa. We went back there.
Oh, wow.
November of 23, and like Ichiro and Shohei they're everywhere.
I bet.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really
Man, there are a lot of guys who are fringe guys, but they haven't taken that step of, he's a star. You know, you're going to see him on the Dancing with the Stars. You're going to see him on, he's walking the red carpet at the ESPYs, and he's a known commodity. You can take him to the Academy Awards, or, as we see with Travis Kelce and people like that, or Paul Skeens, even though he has Livy Dunn, for whatever reason. And Skeens is a great call, too, because I completely forgot about him. He may be the closest.
Yeah.
He may be the closest, the next thing up, because of things that are happening around him.
Yeah. Well,
but you got to want it, too. I don't know if he wants to be a superstar.
I say that in part because, I collect cards and do the card show, and, his cards are red hot.
Yeah.
But the team just doesn't do anything. What about Nick Kurtz, huh? Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson. Athletics, baby. On their way.
Are you excited about that, Jay? Like the young talent? For real,
yeah.
though.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I feel like it could amount to something here.
Yeah, it's just, they're going to move to Las Vegas. Supposedly
I know,
playing in the park
I
here. We
know.
love it, but playing in
It's
the park
not been
here,
great.
They're not going to be like the
Yeah.
biggest star in baseball anytime.
No. And this is part of it. If you think about superstars and megastars of the A's, it was the 80s, early 90s, and it was
Bash
because,
Brothers.
there you go.
Yeah.
There was something to it where how can you truly be the star of baseball and you're not even playing in a major league ballpark?
Leo DeVries will be
Leo,
the next
he may
face of
be,
baseball.
but unfortunately, like you said, he may not be here.
For a Las Vegas Leo, he'll be a big star.
The Salamanders.
Yeah. When we come back, Jerry Jones says the worst excuse ever for flipping off Jet fans, but he got fined anyway. Next, Sacktown Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart, local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Mac Jones throws. McCaffrey! He's got it! Touchdown! 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 49ers! Stafford gets under center at the 11-yard line. He takes it. He turns. He gives to Kyron Williams. He gets back. I think he's short, Tim. I think he's short. And the 49ers storm the field. It is all over. The 49ers have won it in overtime.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
It's championship night at Stockton 99 Speedway, Saturday, October 11th. Pro Late models, mini stocks, legends, pure stocks, and mini modifieds in an all-out war for the crown. Kids 10 and under are always free. Grab your crew and hit stockton99.com for tickets and info. Then be there when the dust settles and legends are made.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
If you want to call it accidental, you can call it accidental, but it got straightened around pretty quick. I've had a chance to look at it. It got straightened around pretty quick, but the intention was thumbs up and then basically pointing at our fans because everybody was jumping up and down excited.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
That's right, Jay. The NFL reportedly fining Jerry Jones $250,000 for flashing the middle finger at Jets fans on Sunday, but you just heard Jerry's excuse there. It's like, it was an accident. There were Cowboy fans there, and I was trying to give them the thumbs up, and I got it straightened out right away, but it came out wrong. So it's almost like, you know, when the wrong word comes out of the wrong gesture, he would have us believe I tried to give him the thumbs up, Cowboy fans, and then I got it straightened out right away.
That's a great impression, by the way.
Well,
this is a great. I want to have you do that now. Like tomorrow, I just need to hear that. Okay, just made my day.
That. Jerry Jones said it was an unfortunate moment.
Oh,
not due to any antagonism with Jets fans. The intention was thumbs up, point at our fans because everyone's jumping up and down excited. And then and I saw it. He did. Did you see it?
Yes.
He did. It was clearly he's like, oh, and then right away he changed it. He withdrew.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you have arthritis or is this like that's a pretty severe case?
A spasm?
Yeah.
And then he went with so clearly realized there's cameras on me everywhere.
Jerry.
What am I doing? I straightened it out. How about them Cowboys?
What an awful excuse. At least just own it, Jerry. Just own it, brother. You know?
Uh-huh.
But this is Jerry Jones. I mean, he is, until, Jerry is no longer here, and I'm not wishing that at all, but he's going to get the attention in the headline about the Cowboys before anybody else.
I'm sure
before the quarterback, before the head coach, it's going to be Jerry.
On some level, he appreciates the fact that he's now a story again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was Bud Adams. We talked about this yesterday. Late Titans owner Bud Adams was fined $250,000 for flashing both middle fingers at Bills fans during a 2009 game. At least that's give him some creativity points, Jay, for coming up with that excuse.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I misgestured.
That is terrible.
Sorry, I misgestured.
Yeah, he could have just said it was an accident. I got a little excited.
Yeah.
My squad was up. We were trying to win. But to say I was trying to give a thumbs up, Okay, that's your extremities.
You need to go see a neurologist.
Right. Like,
because something ain't connecting to
Right.
the brain and the limbs.
Hey, no disrespect, but I don't disrespect.
seriously though, like
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I will say this: he has the money to pay for it,
Yeah, that's not.
and that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And look, he got smacked across the hands, and maybe they'll help him to be able to move the proper phalanges. But yeah, that is terrible.
Good use of phalanges.
Yes, that was.
That's excellent.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Did you
That
play it
is
one more
terrible.
time? Are you able to play it
Oh
one
yeah,
more
yeah.
time?
Let me get back
Just
to it. Give me a quick
what he-
second.
Yeah,
yeah.
because he's doing his radio show today, right? So that's where
Oh,
he
yes, he is.
explained it. Yeah. Inadvertent on my part. We have an inadvertent whistle, inadvertent flags, inadvertent middle finger from the Cowboys.
It's a new one.
Yeah.
From Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that impression anytime. Like,
Well,
you could even do the show if you wanted like that, and I'd be fine with that.
here is it me or is it the real Jerry Jones?
If you want to call it accidental, you can call it accidental, but it got straightened around pretty quick. I've had a chance to look at it. It got straightened around pretty quick, but the intention was thumbs up and then basically pointing at our fans because everybody was jumping up and down excited.
Yeah.
It got straightened around real quick.
That don't even make sense because he's like thumbs up, but then I was pointing at my fans.
Yeah.
Man, his whole nervous system is off right now.
Yeah,
And
Jerry.
even, well, I looked at it. Like, he knows what he did, but no, I looked at it. Yeah, it got turned around pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Too many Whataburgers for Jerry. I don't know if you guys know this, but he's like obsessed with Whataburger. Like he eats them
Is he?
like 5 times a week.
I didn't know that.
They did that in some show that they featured the Cowboys. I don't know what millionth show they featured them.
Documentary.
Yeah, and he's just obsessed with Whataburger.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
With cheese, or do you know? Or
Well, Whataburger is actual. You know what Whataburger is, right?
The burger place.
Yeah,
that has,
it's like Jack in the Box.
mhm.
Yeah.
So he gets like the big double
Whatever,
burger.
the double.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Living his life.
He should have one named after him.
Pretty sure you think if he loves it that much, guaranteed he's bought in, right?
Right? He's
he probably
gotta be.
bought in by this point.
Yeah.
Call me Jerry Burger from now on.
Jerry Burger.
Their breakfast, I'm all in on the
It's
breakfast.
pretty good.
Yeah, especially at night, you fall in from the lounge or something like that. That's when you need that grease in your system. Now the burgers,
They're okay. The fries are good.
Uh,
The fries are like kind of skinnier. But
I recently tried, Smash Burger is a big thing now.
Yeah.
It's been for a long time, and I'm late to the party. But Jack in the Box tried their Smash Burger. It was really good.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I
Okay.
don't eat a lot of burgers, but tried the Jack in the Box Smash Burger. And I'm not just saying that because I own a tiny bit of stock in Jack.
Hey, that was my late night spot in high school.
Yeah?
We had a Jack in the Box. It was open 24 hours. We do the potato like nacho, like what are they called? Potato wedges that they were like nachos. Man, I loved me some Jack in the Box. They don't really have them down where I was in the South though, so I haven't been around a Jack in the Box in a while.
Okay, we got a lot of them around here. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Do you think the Cowboys with this offense are they a team that might find their way into the postseason dance at all? Dak Prescott's playing out of his mind right now.
He is, and I'm happy for it. I actually really like Dak Prescott. I think he's just been in such a weird situation being with the Cowboys because of the injuries and the drama that comes with wearing the star, but he's playing really good right now. The offense isn't the problem. I mean,
right.
Really, their offense looks great all around. It's the defense. Can that defense be good enough to help launch them to the playoffs and beyond, which really they've never gotten far in the past several years. But the offense right now, I have no issue with. I mean, I think Brian Schottenheimer is doing a great job as a first-year head coach down there. But how far can they go with this defense? Because the defense is the weak link, for sure.
Didn't they have, beginning of the year, a pretty good defender that they decided to trade? Am I imagining that? Yeah.
Micah Parsons, maybe, was his name.
Yeah, so they played, I thought, a lot better than I thought they would in the opener against the Eagles. And then they also had the tie against Green Bay. They got some things going on, but like I said, it's all on one side of the ball. And Dak he's processing quickly. He's making the right reads. And he's always been a very gifted thrower of the football.
He really has. And I think sometimes he gets unwanted hate, especially from Cowboy fans. There's a lot of them that I've run into that live over on that side of like down in the South, even in the Nashville area. And people are harsh on him, man. They wanted him out last year. they were like, get Dak out. I'm like, he's really not your problem. Like,
hurt
that's
last
not
year,
the
too.
problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I get maybe your frustration lies with the injuries, but he's still one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And that's by far not your problem this year. Your problem is Jerry Jones. Until Jerry Jones is gone, y'all are going to have problems.
So, Jay, is the 49ers Super Bowl window maybe open more than we thought?
Yes.
The Bengals traded for Joe Flacco, so they're not going to be in any hurry to trade Trey Hendrickson. But the 49ers have to go get somebody, right? Because it's on. You got a shot at this. You got to get somebody.
It's an arms race.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Joe Flacco going to the Bengals doesn't do anything for me, and I think it's not going to do anything for them.
But
once
they think
lose
it will.
Well,
Yeah.
they'll lose 2-3 more games fast, quick, in a hurry, and then they'll be ready to pony it up. Truly, we've talked about it at numerous times here the last week and a half since Nick Bosa has went down last couple of weeks. The 49ers need to get into the arm race. It just depends on, are you going big boy hunting, big bass, or you down with the catfish? Are you looking for the the stripers, or are you looking for the catfish, the guppy?
Maybe salmon.
Yeah,
Big salmon.
Salmon. Yeah, I'm more of a snapper type of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the snapper.
You ever catch a sturgeon?
I have. Come on now.
Those suckers are big.
Yeah, big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be hunting for the marlin.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, striper, baby. Striped bass or something. But I think the 49ers have to quantify making a move to their fans, meaning I think you need to prove to your fans, show to your fans that you're not saying this is just a kick away year. You're not kicking the can down the road. And even if it's something, it's okay, they went and got someone, they're in, and fans can be fooled. But I think if you can at least add one or two pieces with Kittle coming back, you'll probably have Ayuk within the next 3-4 weeks. Malik Mustafa looks to be coming back here this week. At least they've opened up this practice, zone. So we'll see.
That's a great point. You not only want to show the fans, but more importantly, I know John Lynch addressed this on the pregame show on our station last week. And by the way, Guy Haberman, voice of the 49ers, is going to join us today at 4:30. But John Lynch said you want to show the locker room that you believe in them. And he said, and we see this, he said, that's something you do more in baseball. Baseball teams at the deadline, they wait and see, are we going to do anything? And sometimes they're energized. So it's more a baseball thing than a football thing. But I think in this case, it definitely would show, the locker room. You guys are playing out here. It's unbelievable what you've done, and we believe in you, and we're going to go get you some help. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a scrappy team. You got to give them some hope.
Speaking of scrappy teams with hope, the preseason is upon us, and we have the Kings one burning question when we come back. Kayla with us today, Sacktown Sports.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Sacramento. Buckle up. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is dropping one day of insane DeWalt deals on October 18th. Bare tools, batteries, and kits will be at insanely low prices. Spend $1,000 on DeWalt products and get $75 off your order instantly. Spend $100 and get a lotto scratcher with prizes up to $1,000 off your next order. That's one day only. October 18th at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/SacktownSports1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Listen, don't be fooled if you're trying to watch the Mariners and the Tigers. First of all, you should be listening to us and watching us instead of watching that. Anyway, but they're actually showing a replay of the previous game because they're in a weather delay, and maybe you've found something definitive on when they expect to resume. I haven't. Just everything I've seen from MLB so far and from the telecast is we're in a delay. We'll get going as soon as we can, which tells me it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
If they get it in at all.
They showed like some cutaways and Detroit fans had the ponchos on, but it didn't look like it was really coming down.
Really?
So I don't know if there is a lightning thing going on, but yeah, I'd like just some information being a Mariner fan, like when I can maybe glance over and see them.
Yeah. And Jay just pointed out a moment ago when he came in here. Doug Christie, also a Mariner fan, huh, Jay?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Jay's like, we will have no Mariners talk, okay?
Yeah, well, no. I don't have anything against the Mariners. It was, it's just one of those things where you have to take the smoke, the heat.
Yeah.
When they win, and unfortunately, you got a couple of people up there from Seattle that I call friends and family, and I got to take that smoke.
You said Jamal Crawford?
Yeah, Crawford.
Yeah,
he's a Seattle guy too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they try to blast a text message here and there about what's going on. I'm a Griffey guy myself.
Okay.
Who didn't love Griffey?
Who didn't, right?
So I love Griffey. The very first time I walked in here with a Griffey jersey, Doug said, "Oh, I thought you were an A's fan." Dude, you're killing me, bro.
You're like, but I can be a Griffey fan too.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
He represents the game.
You don't have a team you've adopted in the postseason. I know last year you were with me.
Yes, sir. I was with you again this year.
Oh, you were? Okay. All right. Okay.
Until you weren't, right?
So now I'm just hoping. Just give me I'd rather see a team, and I always say I don't know a lot of fans of that team. I don't really know a Brewer fan. I'm pretty sure if I really sat down and thought about it, I know plenty of them.
Do you know any Blue Jay fans?
I do not.
That's tough.
Off the top of my mind, right? But again, I'm pretty sure there are tons of them.
Yeah.
They just don't text me or brag about it or hate towards me. So give me a Blue Jays. The only thing about the Blue Jays is they beat us in the 90s. Remember, they went back-to-back and they beat us both times.
Yeah.
So forget Joe Carter. Forget Robbie Alomar. John Olerud and company.
Ooh,
right?
John Olerud.
Gotta
Okay.
let it go. Gotta let it go.
Dave Steve.
Right. Paul Molitor and Sprague.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'd rather see the Brewers. Give me the Brewers out of the NL.
Mm-hmm.
And the AL, I guess I'll
You
I'll
want to
take
say
the
it.
Mariners.
No, there we go. I like it.
I want one team in the World Series that I can either root for or really root against.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's the Dodgers or Yankees, I can root against it. Last year I didn't know what to do because they played each other. But anyway, we got a ways to go here. And then we got the Yankees and Blue Jays at 5. And we're waiting to see what happens today with the Mariners and the Tigers in a weather delay. But speaking of Doug Christie, according to The Athletic, Doug Christie and the impact he can have on the Kings is their one burning question. The Athletic has an NBA preview, which they posted yesterday. As NBA preseason heats up, what's one burning question each team needs to answer? And they asked the beat writers for each team. And Sam Amick handled the chores for Sacramento Kings. And here is Sam Amick's one burning question. As I mentioned, can Doug Christie make his mark on this team? What do you think, Jay? Can Doug Christie make his mark? The Kings' decision to give Christie the job in late April was controversial, as a first-timer replaced an accomplished coach in Mike Brown, entered at a time of great discomfort, I should say, after the De'Aaron Fox saga. Now Christie will have to find his way to teach old dogs new tricks, roster loaded with score-first veterans. If newcomer Dennis Schroeder can play like he did in Eurobasket, all while convincing his talented teammates to play with some synergy, that would help a great deal. Can Doug Christie make his mark?
Yeah, I think he's already has. We had Watkins on for a quick 10 minutes, and what did he talk about was the number one thing? It was the connection, camaraderie,
the
team.
Vikings.
Yeah,
Buying in.
well, yeah, that's very
The
true.
Vikings, that too.
By the way, stop letting Vikings fans on this show, Whitey. Don't do that.
All right,
we
I'll
don't let
make a
that
note
happen
of
on
that.
the Drive Guys.
I'm going to write that
No,
down.
but I think you can see one of the things that he is preaching is camaraderie, team, chemistry, family. You can see that from all the guys. All the guys said the right things on media day. They continuously say it every single day when you see a press conference. That's all we keep on hearing, right? Is this feels different. Even though it may look different, it really feels different than last year. Team camaraderie, love. And then the other thing that you really, really see Doug talk about, and he on this very show, he always used to say that teams need to feel us.
Mm-hmm.
You need to feel us. When we're out on the court, even if you beat us, you need to feel us. He's also now pushed that towards defense, which is pick up 94 feet. We're going to be the best conditioned team in the league. And if nothing else, one thing we will give is energy. We will give ability to go out there and perform every single night. If you don't bring at least the ability to be available and come out here and perform, then I don't think I really need you on my squad. So those two things in a roundabout way, I think he's already changed. The Bobby Jacksons, the Matt Millers, the Mike Millers, the Leandro Barbosas. Like, if you really look at his staff coach, Woody, one thing, if you just look at the DNA, is Bobby Jackson, Barbosa, like all those guys preach defense, Doug Christie, of course, and they preach being available, and they also preach being in your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be in your face no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's already changed that narrative. Now, from the top to the bottom, we'll see if it pans out on the basketball floor.
Mm-hmm.
I have only been here a short time, and I have listened to as much Kings talk and listened to the press conferences and listened to Doug Christie talk.
We apologize.
No, I love it because when I start to cover a team or start to pay attention to the team, I'll tell you this, I am all in. I love it. I indulge in it. It's just something I've always loved to do.
Immerse yourself.
Yeah, it's like so it's fun kind of coming here and listening to what's going on, and I still know there are a lot of question marks with what's going to happen with this cast of players. But I liked what you said about the defense, knowing that Christie is a defensive-minded guy. Not everybody on this roster plays naturally defense well, but he at least expects them to give that effort every night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might not be naturally a gifted defensive player, but if you're given the effort, then you're going to match what this team's identity is. I will say this too, what I think is interesting, because I feel like he can make his mark just by what I've seen and heard from him. But the biggest thing is I'm looking at how the players are respecting the hell out of him. And he's a guy that played the game. He understands what it takes, the hard moments you go through. And I remember a conversation I had with a former college player that made it to the NBA and who is in the NBA right now. We were talking after one of his camps, and I said, what is it really with how much these NBA coaches switch around? Like, why are they getting fired after a year of doing really well? And he said, it's all about the players. The players make the decision. And if you're a coach that can relate to the players and we like you, you're going to stay. And I feel like Doug Christie has that staying power because he's not only smart and he's played the game, but the players respect him.
Yeah, I'll give an example of that, exactly what you're talking about. You may have already heard about this. Last year was a total mess. There were just so many seismic changes that rippled through the locker room and the fan base with a popular coach gone and then the face of the franchise gone. But at one point after Doug took over, according to reports, DeMar DeRozan had somebody put together some clips of Doug Christie playing defense as a player and showed it to the team. You know, that's another player going, look, this coach, he did it. What he's telling us, he did it. That wasn't the coach doing it. It was the player doing it, which speaks to the respect they have for him that you mentioned. Another thing about Doug, and we all know this around here, but around the league, there was some, skepticism about Doug Christie's a coach now. Well, now he's coached half a year. But that happens in the NBA all the time. There are some very good coaches who were assistants, who were really anonymous. Doug was well known, who got jobs. I'm thinking Willie Green and a lot of guys like that. It's like, who's that guy? And then all of a sudden, oh, he's a really good coach.
Joe Mazzulla.
Taylor Jenkins. Yeah. So that happens all the time. And Doug, if anything, brings a lot more credibility to the job than any of those guys did.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And I think that it is hard sometimes when you do see success under a coach, or at that time they were having success, and it's like, well, why did they do? But the NBA is so different from other leagues, even in that way. It's so much more intimate. There's not a lot of players, right? They really do run the league. I mean, the players run the league. And so I think it will be interesting. Again, things have to fit into place, and we'll see exactly, defensively. I don't think they have to be the top 10 best defensive team. I think, they've got to be concerned about offense. Specifically in the NBA, you got to score points. But if they can just get a little bit better on defense,
yes,
I think they could be a playoff team.
Yes. And Doug also yesterday, Brendan wrote about this at SactownSports.com. He was talking about the importance of the preseason. Let's face it. Allen said this today. Tomorrow they're going to have their first preseason game. And Allen says, look, I'm going to overreact no matter what. And that's what we do. But don't forget, last year, Jay, you remember last year, the preseason, like, they got a bunch of veterans. What's the big deal? They lost all their preseason games, and it ended up being an indication that things weren't the way we hoped they were.
On peaches and cream?
Yeah. And then things just got worse from there. But when Doug says the preseason games are valuable, especially now that we just have 4, and he is making sure that the things that he's teaching in practice that we talked about, the emphasis on defense and being in shape, that's got to transfer at some point, and it's got to start transferring tomorrow. But I agree with you, Jay. He's already made a mark. Obviously, it doesn't count until the games start, the real games, but I think he's already got the ear of the players. The players are behind him. You can see that. You go out there for media day, and it's like, something's a little different. It's just a lot more stable.
Just fit. There you go. That's the word right there. The stability of and it probably starts with Scott Perry. It probably comes in the form of, look, Scott Perry is given a job, and even if you have a 2-year, and I'll just use Zach LaVine, he's got 2 more years left on this deal, right? DeMar has 2, one this year, and of course one that's partially guaranteed next year. But I'm just saying, if you have a 2-year deal, you're probably going into this season knowing, if I'm here 2 years, Scott Perry, B.J. Armstrong, Paul Johnson, and Doug Christie, Bobby Jackson, they're probably going to be here for 2 years. Now, beyond that, it depends on our play. But for the next 2 years, everybody that I look around when it comes to the front office, and you know how it goes, Kayla Whitey, you know how it goes. When you walk into a building and you walk down the hall and you say, okay, I know my boss is going to be in the corner office, and I know my boy over here at digital, he's going to be in the middle office, and I might stop and holler at the young lady over here in the front office. But as they change, as things move around, hence I'm knocking on wood around here, we're changing right here with the drive guys. There is a little bit of unstableness sometimes, and you have to look around, and what do? You lean on people that have been there. You lean on things that you know of, right? And so I think that's the one thing, if I'm looking at it inside, not the outside as a fan, but as an inside, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keon Ellis, which popped in my mind when you talked about, remember Keon T's talking about watching the film of Doug. He was like, yeah, I'm a better defender than Doug. And DeMar and Doug was like, please, brother, you better stop playing around. But those type of things, we didn't see a lot of that Mike Brown last year because for whatever reason, things just weren't stable. Now we're starting to see that. And it's a good thing. It feels good. It feels good. It truly does.
Not to dredge up all the horrors of the past, but when Mike Brown's contract, he was kind of trying to make his case that he deserved another contract. So that right there tells you and the players, he might not be here. When De'Aaron Fox said last year, I'm not sure I want to stay here, that just destabilized everything. And they have a right to, Mike Brown was just trying to keep his job. De'Aaron Fox is, that's what players do. But it just really made last year really difficult for the players.
And it all comes from, you have to go from the top down. And until you have that top part stable enough and you're hoping that Perry and Doug Christie can be those guys that can stabilize. And right now, early on, and I love feeling optimistic. We all should be able to feel optimistic for right now.
Don't get used to it. No,
and believe me, I've covered a lot of bad teams, so I'm not saying it lasts, but
I'm loud.
I believe in optimism, at least until it's not.
Yeah.
But, you have to start from the top, and it does honestly trickle down. And some organizations, it takes years to get that straight. But I feel like they have an opportunity to do that. And then the other great thing is we just saw Oklahoma City, a very small market, by the way, start to do it the right way. And they just won a championship, and they probably are going to be favored again to possibly win it this year. So it's not like you can't not do it. Like there is an opportunity to eventually get there if you can get it straight from the top.
And there's a very good chance that this team's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because the core on-court principles, I was reading it here, they include picking up full court defensively and playing with pace. Now, if you can do those things well, it's like, obviously if you don't do them well, you get boat raced. But I think there's every reason to think that Doug is definitely committed to that, and the players are. It's just a matter of there's a player or two that I think it's fair to wonder, can this guy play that way? Can that guy play that way? But as a team,
who you got?
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, I was going to say, who you got?
DeMar DeRozan, who is a future Hall of Famer, no question.
Yeah, no doubt.
He could never make another basket, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm sure he will. But that's not really the way he has played. Plus, he's a veteran. So how do you fit him in to that? It's one of the things I'm most interested in seeing. He's an asset, no question, but I don't think of picking up full court defensively and playing with pace when I think of him. So how are they going to make that work?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. It may be one of those things where you disperse the Dennis Schroeders, the Keon Ellises, the Nick Cliffords, the Keegan Murrays. And then, we've been playing basketball. We've been around basketball pretty much all our lives here on the show. Hey, the big man and normally one person sits back on the opposite side of the court, right, for protection. And maybe that's where DeMar, maybe you bring Domas and let him play the middle at the half court line and let DeMar, you switch it a little bit. I don't know how you go about it, but I do know this. You're getting paid to make some decisions. Damn it, make some decisions. Figure it out.
Yeah. And I think another thing on this team that's going to be interesting, and I know we're not going to see a lot of the starters in the preseason playing tons of minutes, but I do want to know, because they are talking up Dennis Schroeder like big time, in preseason, in training camp, And I feel like, first of all, I love the guy's grit. Like, the guy has grit. And I love it. And I love what he's talked about in terms of his upbringing, what he's been through.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
We probably haven't talked enough about that.
About that. I know, because I just love what he's made up of. But I am interested to see, what he is as the point guard here. Like, how that all plays out. Because right now, they are talking him like he's going to be dude. You know?
I think that's the number one thing that people around the league are skeptical about. They look at the Kings and they say, they're depending that much on him, and the Kings are pretty confident that they've made the right choice. Some people don't see it. Dennis Schroeder, I can tell you that from, being with him on media day. He's really excited about it and very confident. I think the Kings are too. They think they have the right guy, but they're going to rely on him a ton at both ends of the floor. going to be asking him to do some of the things he did for Germany in Eurobasket.
Which they won the championship.
Yeah.
And I think that's a question, at least I've heard that nationally too, that narrative of like, well, what is he? And I know later in the show, we're going to go over some of the rankings at the positions where it doesn't fare great in that specific position at point guard. A lot of the other ones do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're giving him enough credit. And I think a lot of them are saying, well, he plays different over in Europe. Like he's different it's like, okay, I don't know if they're being a little too like harsh here on it, but I'm excited to see him and see him play here.
He's not going to be intimidated by
no.
Oh, that's DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine. No, he's not. So, Doug Christie has a chance to make his mark. I think you're right, Jay. To a degree, he already has. And tomorrow night we get to actually see him play. Doug has to, of course, figure out rotations and which players fit best together and all this. Yeah.
Man, we're here, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll be honest. I'm not ready for NBA basketball.
Well, I understand it.
You're in football mode? Like,
I am. And it's still baseball season.
That's what camp is for. Get yourself in that
right
frame of mind.
In shape?
Yes. Get your mind
Training
in
camp for
basketball
us.
shape. Yeah, I was watching Sunday. I was watching football. It was the Patriots, right? And the Bills.
Yeah.
And then we had baseball on, and I'm going through the channels like Warriors and Lakers. And I'm like, what?
I know. You have to have the quad screen now, guys, for us.
Yeah. But I just, at first, I thought, oh, it's NBA TV Hardwood Classics or something.
Yeah.
No, they're playing right now.
Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time of year, though. It is October, right? This, I think, is the best time of year for sports because you really do have almost every major sport playing at the same time. For us, it's a little crazy, but it is great viewership.
Yep. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. It's time for Check It with TC.
Mike check.
This is your first time hearing Check It with TC.
I can't wait.
Yeah. TC, what's up? Say hi to Kayla.
Hey, Kayla, how you doing, man?
What's up, TC?
All right, hey, I'm all good. Hey, Whitey, Jay, listen, I called in to tap in with the homies. Listen, I'm fired up about tomorrow. I kind of want to call in with a different twist, right? Because I know we've been Super Niners. I'm going Kings because we play tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want to tell the Kings fans and everybody to be prepared for Shooter. Everybody want to keep talking about Shooter like he ain't a guy, right? But I guarantee once we see this dude's within the first 10, 15 games, we going to love him. Let's not forget he's that irritating, pesky guy that was on the Atlanta Hawks team, Laker teams that we hated, right? But now we got him on our side. I'm telling you, he's going to do wonders, and everybody going to love this cat, man. So, listen, lean back on Shooter. We got us a guard now. We a deep team. Be ready, Kings fans. I'm just fired up for tomorrow, bro. That's why I'm not going Niners. Y'all know how I feel. I'm going all Kings because I'm fired up. Welcome to the team and the show, Kayla. I'm out.
Thanks,
Thank you,
TC.
Let's check it with TC.
Dude, I love his energy.
Yeah.
Like, I just got hyped in that segment.
Yeah, he's not the biggest Shanahan guy. He's big 49er guy, not the biggest Shanahan guy.
Really? Just doesn't like Shanahan in terms of maybe the way he
coaches the football team.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that.
Other than that,
pretty simple.
he loves them Niners. Shanahan comes across as a little bit of a know-it-all because he kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how he might rub people wrong too.
Yeah, he gets, I think he's been a little stubborn now and then with things.
Okay.
But now, if they took, voting for the coaches of the year now, he'd probably get
pretty
NFC
good
coach of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing a pretty good job in terms of what they don't have right now.
Mm-hmm. And just, we can't run the ball. It's all right. Christian McCaffrey, you're now a receiver, a slot receiver.
Get in the slot. Go.
Yeah. Right, Jay?
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I like how you said, this coach, pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't really like the way he coaches.
Yeah. Doesn't like it.
TC makes a good point in this form for me. I do think Schroeder fits the mold of how the Kings want to play. They truly do. And if you allow him to do that, which is, I think, what we're talking about earlier in this segment, I think he is going to be a fan favorite. And TC raises a great point. We here in Sacramento love a scrappy, irritant, pest type player, a person that kind of wears the emotions on his sleeve, a guy that is available and goes all out, a workman type guy. And Schroeder is kind of that person. Like, he's very excitable. He is fun to watch. He plays with a little attitude, a little smugness. And I think he's going to fit perfect here in Sacramento. We'll see if he can carry that international flavor over, here to the city of trees. But I do think TC makes a great point. He kind of fits the mold of a Sacramento King fan favorite, no doubt.
Yeah, and like you said, Doug wants the other team to feel the Kings.
Yes.
And Dennis Schroeder will make you feel him.
No doubt.
I would bet that if you ask Doug, and maybe we will when he comes on the show, what's the number one thing, the first thing you like most? What do you like most about Schroeder? I'll bet you he'd say that he picks up 94 feet. That's what Doug used to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I loved how TC called him a pest. Because I like pests if you're out on the court and you're being a pest, right? Like, that's the type of player, like you had mentioned, Jay, like that just kind of wears the emotions on the sleeve. Man, I can get behind a player like that any day of the week.
Yeah. So are the Kings going to surprise people, be better than we thought? Are they going to be kind of underachieving? I think the single biggest key to that is Schroeder.
Yeah.
They're relying on him.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's the biggest point. I just have to laugh because I'll tell you, you said kit and caboodle. Can I tell you? I'll tell you real quick, Jay.
Go ahead.
It surprised me when you said that.
I love kit and caboodle.
We have, I have all these animals in the backyard.
Man, it's straight up Bambi over there,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah. So I'm watching the football game Thursday. I'm watching the 49ers and the Rams, and we got the sliding glass window there, and I look and I see it's a cat, but it's a little tiny cat. We've had this cat in our yard. This cat that's been hanging out in our yard that I thought was a neighbor's cat had kittens and might have had them under our deck. Yeah. So, and she's nursing. So we, what do you do?
Right.
We fed her. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
He's like, I need help. Call
catch
us.
her and take her to the animal control, animal shelter. But then what if I don't catch the babies? I'll be there with her. I don't know what to do. But Kitten Caboodle is one of the names I had for one of the kittens. So.
Oh, I love that.
Man, you a bona fide Dr. Doolittle
He really
over there, brother.
is. You're going to have your own, whole pet shop over there soon.
Yes. Yeah. So we found out my wife's been feeding her tuna fish.
Okay.
She loves it. But then you read, you're not supposed to give him tuna fish. Well,
what do you,
we don't have a cat. I don't know what to do.
You're just
How
trying
about
to
some
do your
cat
best.
food there, Mr.
We
Gleason?
don't have any. I guess we go buy cat food. The cat loves tuna fish, I'll tell you that.
Of course.
She comes to the door all the time now. What's up?
It's like a treat for cats is what I've heard.
Wait a
like
minute.
a special treat.
So you're not supposed to give cats tuna?
I never knew that. My mom gave
didn't know
my
that.
cats
Too
tuna
much,
growing
I think.
up.
What I read was don't give them too much.
Maybe the mercury in it.
Yeah,
or
I'm about to say,
something.
must be the mercury.
That's all we've been giving her. And
Yeah.
She likes it.
Of course. Me
I've
too.
seen this cat for years, and I thought it was a neighbor's cat. I think the neighbor moved away and left the cat there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe someone hears this and can help you out with some advice.
maybe. And also, that's why I haven't seen Jake, and I wonder if that's why, Jake.
Scrub Jay, because the cat is around? Yeah, that's no longer safe haven.
As a hungry cat.
Yeah, it's no longer
if
safe
Jake's still
haven.
around.
Right. Well, he is because he had a significant other, didn't he?
Okay. Well, I hope.
Okay.
I don't know.
The
So
bird
anyway,
flew away.
Yeah. If you have any idea on
Yeah,
what I should
seriously.
do there, would appreciate it because I'm trying to do right and I don't know what to do.
Go get some Friskies, brother.
All right, when we come back, ESPN says it's never too early to talk trades, and we'll tell you why that is wrong next on Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com. Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you. Stockton 99 Speedway, Saturday, October 18th. It's championship night. Late models, modified, sprint cars, dwarf cars, and the insane trailer racing. Plus a huge fireworks show to light up the sky. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the season finale. Stockton99.com.
The statewide special election is November 4th. All registered voters will receive their ballot in the mail. Check to make sure you're registered correctly at elections.saccounty.gov or call toll-free 800-762-8019.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Hey man, gaining weight, low energy, lost drive? It could be your testosterone. Revive Men's Health Sacramento helps men get their edge back. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations.
When men start treatment, it's not just their labs that change. You see it in their posture, their energy, and how they walk into the room. That's why I do what I do.
Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000 or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Kayla Anderson is with us. She was with us yesterday. She's with us tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, we'll have Kings basketball. Kings and Toronto Raptors get this preseason thing started. Does preseason matter? It seemed like it did last year. The Kings were winless last year in the preseason, Kayla, as we were discussing, and we didn't know it at the time, but it was an indication that season wasn't going to be everything that we hoped it would be.
Yeah, and it wasn't, right? I mean,
Right.
it was a lot of ups and downs and drama, and then the ending, obviously, and the change and the coach and the GM. So maybe the preseason could matter. I think it does in a way where you are going to see some of these younger players, but I think more than anything, you're going to see what we've been talking about. How is this team wanting to present themselves from the start? And that's what Doug Christie at least has kind of preached in training camp, is like, this is the type of team we want to be. We're all bought in. And you kind of have to see that from the start in preseason, too, even though it's not a real game.
No, I have an issue with the ESPN today. If it's just me, please tell me, Jay, Kayla. But I just, we're excited that the season's starting, and I know it's just the preseason. But we have at ESPN.com today 2 stories. One is from Shams, and it's why Giannis's future in Milwaukee is far from settled. So it's like, what?
Yeah.
The season's starting, we're talking about how Giannis during the summer, that the Knicks were talking about a trade for Giannis. Well, they're not talking about it now. Why are we talking about that now? And Bobby Marks, I love Bobby Marks. He's great. Bobby Marks has a piece that says it's never too early to talk trades, the preseason NBA trade guide. How about just we concern ourselves with the basketball instead of who's going to get traded when no one's going to get traded right now?
That's what's funny to me in the NBA, and being in a market now where this is obviously your guys' pro team, and this is what you guys talk about. And so to start the season, yeah, like you said, let's just start the season in terms of like previewing some of these teams and what we could see, or some of the rookies that could be stars or newcomers. Like we're talking about Schroeder here, like that's the kind of stuff that I want to talk about right now. But like, can we hold off on the trade talk?
Thank you.
And we've heard about it all off season.
Right.
This is nothing new.
Yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo has put the Bucks on the clock.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing, it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. They're trying to tell us all the time, this trade's going to happen, that trade's going to happen. Watch out for Kuminga. Oh, Giannis is going to get traded. And at some point, you just go, look, none of this happened. We're not listening anymore. Remember last summer, I think it was Sham said, this is going to be the craziest free agency summer anyone has ever seen. And it was not.
Terrible.
So it gets to the point where, like, just not paying attention to you anymore. Yeah, I can't take you seriously with all this.
I almost think sometimes, and I love, I think some of the NBA insiders do an incredible job, but it is funny because they have to keep their brand up. Like, they've got to keep getting stuff fed to them because, they're the ones that are kind of putting it all out there in their face. We're talking about Sham all the time, So it's like they always kind of have to have stuff fed to them.
Yeah.
And then it's like that's always the top story when really there are other things we could talk about.
Right here.
There it is.
If you can't see, I apologize if you're not with us on YouTube. Top headlines, ESPN.com. How 14 teams will handle the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Trade deadline's in February.
We're just starting the preseason.
It's not sexy to talk about preseason basketball.
Yep.
It's not, is it? It's more sexy to talk about Giannis could be going to the Knicks. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
And LeBron making the decision that it was Hennessy today.
Yeah. It's the what did you say last week? And you said it very well. You have to feed the beast.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You have to feed the beast. And if your sport of coverage, a la Bobby Marks' basketball, and it's October the 7th, and preseason has had a couple of games, and nobody's really cared, paid attention. I bet if we took a straw poll right now, nobody would even be able to name 3 of the teams that's played, let alone 1 maybe, right? And so you have to do what's sexy, especially, Kayla, when you're talking about a Shams. Like, this is the one thing about Shams, and it's no disrespect to him. Get your chips, get your coin, big fella. But you don't need to be all year round. You ain't bringing nothing to the table all year round for me as a sports fan. Right now, you can really go sit on the sideline and watch a football game. But that's not what he's paid for.
Right.
So you have to create something, which is there's nothing to create right now. So you talk about something that happened 3 months ago.
Remember when Luka got traded? What can we do about that?
Right, yeah.
Stephen A., I'm giving up everyone but Brunson to get Giannis to New York.
Of course, man.
Because Giannis is the next chess piece,
Yeah, it's just insulting when you've got so many really intriguing things going on in the NBA. Like, how about Cooper Flagg? How about talk about him?
I heard that I was reading an article on him last night in terms of his play and stuff. Like, he played a lot of it, obviously, in the preseason game, and was talking about how fun the offense is and all this stuff. And I'm intrigued to watch players like him this year. But I get it. It is the preseason, and not everybody is paying specific attention to that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us are.
I hate him. It's sports hate. It's not real hate.
Yeah, it's sports hate.
I hate him because of the Duke thing and then the Dallas Mavericks and the way the league it almost looked like maybe it wasn't on the up and up the way they got him. So I'm very very interested to watch him play. But Jay, I have a great deal of sports hate already for Cooper Flagg.
I love it. You know, when I got that sports hate, it just flows. I love it. Absolutely.
Gotta have that, though.
I'm with you with the Duke part of it.
Yeah.
There's not a person, maybe 1 or 2 people that I possibly like. Shouts out to DeMarcus Nelson from Sacramento, my guy. But there aren't too many people.
From Vallejo, too.
Yeah, he is from Vallejo. Absolutely. Come on. What you mean? Put it in the air, brother. 707. That's really like one of the 2 or 3 people I've ever got love for that come out of Duke.
Of Duke?
If you went to Duke, can't stand you.
No.
Can't stand, not as a person, but as a player for choosing to go to Duke.
What about Seth Curry?
Can't stand him.
What about Con Knuppel? Yeah.
Just Duke in general.
Yeah.
Plus, we're not, well, I can't speak for anyone else, but to me, not a big Dallas Mavericks fan.
No.
Dallas knocked the Kings out last year. You had the whole Luka thing, which is all done now because he's elsewhere. I
only like him because of Klay Thompson. That's the only reason I don't hate him.
Okay.
Okay. That's a WSU. I love all my WSU guys, but I can't stand Zach Edey. Can't stand the guy.
Really?
Can't stand the guy. Nah. There's some stuff like with media that I heard about when I was and like he just not very nice, and so then I just couldn't stand him.
No good.
I know. And he's been hurt too, so Memphis is relying on him to figure it out in terms of injury.
I love how you just cross over and was like, you know what? Let me just point out a person I just don't feel right now. Forget Duke. Doesn't matter for Mavericks. Like, yeah.
I felt like I needed to
Zach,
get in on
where's
the
Zach
hate.
Edey? Let me holler at him right now.
Yes.
Let me just fire him up right now. I'm mad. I ain't mad at you, Kayla.
I
You're fitting in perfectly.
I'm glad y'all brought it. Sometimes I just feel like we can share, share a little hate. It's okay.
Absolutely.
For Kings fans, for years and years and years, it was the Lakers were the biggest rivals.
Sure.
In recent years, it's become our neighbors to the south, the near south, just Golden State Warriors.
West.
Yeah. Thank you. So that's still a hot rivalry after that one playoff series. Other than that, I don't know, Jay. Who else do the Kings right now honestly have a rivalry with? They've had some big games against the Clippers, but there's no rivalry there.
I was going to say prior to last year, the Pelicans, it felt like the Pelicans
Really?
couldn't stand,
Okay.
But it's Laker Warrior. Maybe you sprinkle in Minnesota, maybe. But beyond that.
Yeah, because Gobert complained about the officiating when the Kings beat him.
There's
a little bit there.
Yeah, but
how about San Antonio?
Ooh.
It's got the ingredients for one. It hasn't really taken yet.
I don't think we turned the eye on. The pot ain't bubbling yet. Yeah. It may be, you just put them all in the pot and just let it simmer right now.
Yeah.
That nobody else.
But Golden State, that's a good one because
that's the one.
Yeah, and it's right there, and now they kind of are in the last stages of what.
Don't tell them that.
I know. Well, I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that Golden State.
It's over.
I think they're close to being done.
They got a mediocre team.
The whole Kuminga thing though cracked me up. When I drove over here and I was listening to all this Kuminga talk.
That's right, all you heard.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was and I wish they would have just had him go so he could be happy. He's probably gonna be miserable there.
Yeah. The official word is, he's so relieved to be there, but I don't know, Jay. I'm not buying it.
I don't
That's
buy
the other
it.
thing. Okay, at least we know what happened with that. But now you still have, I think it was Jake Fisher. Hey, the Suns and the Bulls and the Kings are still interested.
Still hunting. Right hunting.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I saw an article, and forgive me for not knowing exactly who it was, but basically that Steve Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga aren't on the same page already.
What?
Right? I want to say Monty Poole, but I don't want to give him credit and or say something
that
false
would make
about
sense,
it.
but okay,
Right.
yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, no matter what, Anthony Slater, friend of the show, he jumped on last week when the move was made. Kuminga signed or agreed to the deal. Fact of the matter is this isn't something that's behind closed doors. We know Kuminga and Steve Kerr aren't on the same page. So at this point, it was also it wasn't in the language, of course, not in the contract, but Shams even came out and said they have potential and they're looking forward to January 15th, thanks to Anthony Slater to date.
Right.
They'll be looking to trade him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steve Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga, they want different things.
Yeah.
That's not going to change
Nope.
because you go, let's figure it out. No, they still want different things. So that's why Kuminga's not going to be there much longer. But I didn't mean to bring up any Kuminga.
Whitey, what are
Sorry,
you doing? You're
brought-
bringing down the show.
I'm sorry.
I think I brought that up. Sorry, guys.
No,
I
that's all right.
apologize.
That's all right. It's a fair point. Guy Haberman, 4:30. We'll take an encouraging look at how the Kings stack up against the rest of the league position by position at 4. And up next, wow. There was a time when you'd never hear about this. Should an NFL coach apologize for getting mad at one of his players? Tell you about that next on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game and high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The Sacktown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers win an absolute thriller in overtime over LA, 26-23, to improve the 4-1. San Francisco getting a critical stop on 4th and 1 at the end of the game with LA driving inside the red zone. Mac Jones is now 3-0 as the 49ers starting quarterback. The Niners are back in action in Tampa Bay. Catch the game Sunday, beginning at 9 o'clock right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins. Sacramento. Buckle up. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is dropping one day of insane Milwaukee deals on Saturday, October 18th. Bare tools, batteries, and kits at insanely low prices. All Milwaukee hand tools, tool accessories, and Milwaukee pack-out boxes will be 20% off. Spend $100 and you'll get a lotto ticket for up to $1,000 off your next order. Again, that's one day only. October 18th at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices. Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
And we have a baseball update. It looks like the Tigers and Mariners have been in a long rain delay. Looks like they're expecting to get started about 4 o'clock here our time. So about 14 minutes before we get the M's and the Tigers in chilly, rainy Detroit. Beautiful day for a ball game, Jay.
Beautiful, baby. It's baseball weather.
October.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Trey joining us on Sacktown Sports. Hey, Trey, thanks for hanging. What's up?
Hey, Drive Guys, my guys, what's going on?
Good to talk with you. What can we do for you?
Hey, an honorary Drive Guy, Kayla, I forgot.
Thank you.
Hey.
Very nice.
Hey, you're welcome. I just want to give a shout out to Drake real quick. I just wanted to say that dude was like all positivity. I was actually boarding the plane when he made the announcement. You feel me? And I was just like, oh, man, I just want to give us a little quick shout-out to him. He actually would have me relax after a Kings game when they played like butt. And, he was so positive, I'd be like, all right, man, I can see that side, So shout-out to Drapes. Also, it's been hell of a football season right now. Been loving it. The games, the televised games, been real competitive. So shout out to that. And for tomorrow's game, and y'all know how I am, or y'all remember, I hope, but I look at defense. So I'm going to be looking real hard at DeMar and what actions that they putting him in. And I want to see how they attacking him and how he's playing. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for tomorrow, whether they win or lose. All right, y'all, man. Y'all take it easy, man. I'm a die king, man. That's it.
Thank you, Trey. Appreciate that. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, as far as Kyle goes, again, Kyle Draper, he's still going to be on the show. He's not going to be on the show every day. But, it was a tough decision for him. But we wanted him to stay, and I think he kind of wanted to stay. So he's still going to be around, and he's still going to do some things for us. And we do have Kayla with us today, so and tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow too.
Yeah, so thank you, Trey, for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the same thing. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow, how teams attack tomorrow. Although we don't know how much tomorrow's going to play in the first preseason game.
Because I'm sure we'll see a little bit of the starters, just in terms of it's a new team and with a new head coach. Not technically a new head coach, but you know what I'm saying. First full year.
Yeah.
And establishing what he wants. So I'm sure the stars will play a little bit. But, yeah, I don't know how much we can. But I know what he's saying in terms of just give us a sample size.
Yeah. Just want to see how he, not so much how they attack tomorrow, but how he fits into the new up-tempo, defensive-minded attack. It's going to be a fun season. Doug Christie's going to make sure of that.
Yeah.
This was no fun for Arizona Cardinal fans, was it? We talked about it yesterday. Amari DiMercato, pardon me. He was the one that maybe cost the Cardinals a game against Titans when he fumbled the ball through the end zone moments before crossing the goal line. Should have been a 72-yard touchdown run early in the fourth quarter. They would have been up 28-6. Instead, he dropped the ball before crossing the goal line. It was a fumble out of the back of the end zone. Titans gained possession at their own 20, went on to win the game. So Coach Gannon, Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals coach, was yelling in DiMercato's face before swiping his arm downward, appearing to jostle the player. And I think most people could understand why the coach was angry, right, Kayla? Did you have any trouble understanding why the coach was angry?
Yeah, I did not have any trouble understanding that because, again, it is a play that we have seen time and time again where you would think that some of these guys would see that when, before they did it and be like, okay, never do that. But again, DiMercato, not a ton of touchdowns in his career, and I think probably excited momentum in the moment, but still no excuse. Gannon, obviously a very fiery guy. You can tell the way that he coaches and he shows his emotions, and I think he went a little too far in terms of kind of knocking him, but
he did make contact.
He made contact, and I don't think that's the greatest look by any means for a head coach to do that. I mean, these are grown men. It's not your kid or anything. But he did apologize, and so you have to take it for what it's worth, and everybody's emotions were high in that game because goodness, they gave away the game.
They did, yeah. Coach Gannon said yesterday, I woke up this morning, didn't feel great about it, honestly. So in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Imari, apologized to the team. I just told them I let the moment of what happened get the better of me. I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems during the game. It's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me. Jay, when you played college baseball, professional baseball, you ever make a mistake and have the manager maybe chew you out, then come back the next day and go, bro, I'm sorry?
Yeah, all the time.
Did you really?
Absolutely, all the time. Because in the moment of what's going on in the heat, the passion, the emotions, we know it's super high. One of the things I've always said is, and I know it's part of the game, guys are getting paid a lot of money. Gals are getting paid a lot of money to to play in a competition, and then 15, 20, 25 minutes later, you have to come out and talk about it. I've always said there has to be, in the NBA, NFL, they call it a cooling down period, right? That's the verbiage they use. But I've always said, man, wouldn't it just be a little bit better if we gave them a little more time? I know people have deadlines. I know there's news channels. I get it. I understand. We all have deadlines that we have to hit, but definitely have. 100%.
I'm stunned. Not that anyone apologized to you, Jay, but I'm stunned that you made such an egregious mistake that you got yelled at.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
You're a
Every
heads-up
single
player.
day, baby. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I would always, but you're right, though. I was more of a physical mistake than a mental mistake.
Okay.
Because physical mistakes normally happen. You're going to kick a ball. You're going to strike out.
hop.
Yeah, you shouldn't be having bad hops on some of these fields. You should be able to palm those things with your hands. But mental mistakes are more costly than physical mistakes. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the example right
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one thing that I'd say about this is the coach should apologize for showing the player up.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing. As far as the coach getting mad, they're
It
adults.
happens.
And as you said, Kayla, if there's any physical contact there, you just no.
Yeah.
Maybe in 1947 or something, but now no. But he showed him up on the sideline. That's the thing. If I were the coach, I'd say, you don't deserve that. I'm really sorry. Everybody watching football saw what you did, and then they saw me yelling at you, and I should not have shown you up like that.
He was with actually 2 other players too.
Yeah.
So it was
They were consoling him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the moment was just not right either. But sports is heat of the moment, and you can always apologize afterward. But touching him, probably back off a little on that. But also, you just had a player make a incredibly dumb mistake. Like you said, mental, not really physical. But yeah, showing him up, I'm not on board with that.
Yeah, that's why the best coaches will take the blame. And obviously you couldn't do that after what he demonstrated on the sideline. But I know, who was it we were talking with? Somebody told us Friday after the 49er game that Sean McVay, when he said, that was a bad call by me.
Yeah.
That what he really felt was, it's a good call, but they didn't execute it. But a good coach doesn't say that.
No.
Great point.
Right. So it's like, terrible call by me. I'm sorry. Where really you might feel like, it was a perfect call, and so-and-so didn't kick out or whatever.
And what happens is normally those coaches come into the locker room and they chew you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me out there looking bad. No, I'm just playing. But they normally come in and say, fellas, come on now. We got to do better. You got to put your hands up, block, kick out, whatever the case may be. But in public, you come out and say, that's my fault.
Yeah.
There's those weird exceptions we've seen in the NFL, though. Like, I'll bring the one example that it does stir up questions, but then we're like, well, I guess that's their relationship. Like the Andy Reid and Travis Kelce things on the sidelines that have happened are so weird, because that's Travis has been in his face. I think actually Andy's fell sometime before, but then it's always oh yeah, that's our relationship.
Yeah.
It's well, okay, I guess.
But Andy got him back the last time, right?
Yeah. So that's always interesting when that is not okay to do, but they kind of just do it anyway.
Yeah. Again, I'm kind of old-fashioned about this stuff, but to me, the player, if you're yelling at your coach in front of everybody, you're undermining his authority, which doesn't help anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre.
Ever since that whole Taylor Swift thing. Yeah. He had a good game last night, but it didn't matter, did it?
Lost.
Yeah.
Big L.
When we come back, an encouraging look at how the Kings stack up against the rest of the league, position by position. I have to admit, when I saw that that's what Law Murray was doing, I don't know about you, Kayla, Jay, I saw that, I was like, do I want to see this? Hey, some good signs in that. We'll look at that, and we'll have Guy Haberman coming up bottom of the hour as we roll on Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Mac Jones throws. McCaffrey! He's got it! Touchdown! 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 49ers! Stafford gets under center at the 11-yard line. He takes it. He turns. He gives to Kyron Williams. He gets packed. I think he's short, Tim. I think he's short. And the 49ers storm the field. It is all over. The 49ers have won it in overtime.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The excitement of the game is here, and so are the model year-end savings at Stockton Honda, the best Honda dealer in Northern California. Score big with low payments, more for your trade, and a huge selection. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study, recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Thanks for being with us today. We got Kayla Anderson with us today. We're talking Kings with the preseason opener tomorrow night. Also, of course, we have Guy Haberman, the voice of the 49ers, going to join us at 4:30. Been trying to get Guy on for a while. He's been very busy. Texted him last night. He said, how about tomorrow? So we look forward to that. He's been doing an outstanding job in the middle of this outstanding season, and I know he's very close with Greg Papa. So it's Greg Papa's been helping him a lot. It's a really emotional story, everything that's going on there. So we'll get the latest on Guy and what's going on with the 49ers there. As far as the opener tomorrow night, I sense, Kayla, Jay, that there's some more optimism. The Kings fan base was last year. There was a lot of just a lot of angst over the way things went. A lot of disappointment that the Beam team had been broken up so quickly. Fans went into the summer, with some hope of, they're going to do some big things. A lot of people felt like, wow, they didn't do that much. What is going on here? But now I think people are warming up. In general, I know not everybody feels the same way, but in general, fans warming up to the idea of Schroeder, what Doug Christie is doing. And I think there's more optimism than there's been in a while. And it's kind of a reset with expectations, too. So expectations, they're not what they've been the last couple of years, but maybe in a way, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's nice to know at least, you're starting the year with the head coach, which I feel like people are excited about because they got to see a little bit of him, right? Last year. I know not in probably the way you wanted it to all go down, but obviously he's done enough to kind of prove that he can have some success maybe as being a head coach. He played. We had talked about this earlier in the show. The players definitely have respect for him, and it looks like the way that he's dealing with training camp and, this off season, like he has a goal for this team and he wants them to be a certain way. And we got to see how that all plays into pieces because there's different chess pieces. We don't know how they're going to fit exactly. Yeah. And that's or puzzle pieces, I guess you could say. Like, that's the biggest intriguing part about this all is, yeah, you have a vision, but how are these players that you have right now going to fit that?
Mm-hmm. I think we've seen in different sports, sometimes you have a manager or a coach and you're not sure about them. And sometimes, excuse me, seems like maybe the moment the job is too big for them. It doesn't seem like that at all with Doug Christie, who has the backing of Scott Perry. That's what's really supplying the foundation of all this is you have the new GM and the coach, and they appear to be in lockstep, and that's allowing them to establish things. This is the way it's going to be here. And it's not a matter of, well, the coach says that, but we don't even know if he's going to be around for a long time, So definitely establishing that foundation, and the players seem to be good with that. Like, yes, we like that. I know Drew Eubanks has said this is one of the tougher camps I've ever been involved with, and I like it. So,
Can I ask one question, just being new to Sacramento Kings land here? Entering this last season when you had Mike Brown still, like, what was the feeling? Because now we're talking about there's like this feeling of everybody's together and they're buying. Like, what was the feeling of fans? I'm just curious at that point.
Fans had been, you'd had the Beam Team year in 23. So then the next year, they went from 48 wins and a first-round playoff exit to 46. And they didn't get out of the play-in. So then last summer, to answer your question, you had Mike Brown. He got his new contract. So it looked like, okay, good. Malik Monk was a free agent. He stayed. Oh, great. Then they added DeMar DeRozan. So people were really excited. Yeah.
And then it was just a letdown.
For a number of things. Mike Brown didn't stay, and De'Aaron early on made it clear, like, I'm not sure I want to stay. Yeah. So that's why I say right now expectations are a lot lower, but maybe, like I said, it's a reset.
Could be
so
good.
maybe they sneak up on some teams this year. I think they fully expect to, but I also think this team, they're not really concerned about what anybody else thinks of them.
Yeah, which I like that attitude.
Here's what we have from Law Murray in The Athletic. I know that maybe you've seen this, and I know that Alan Stiles talked about this. He's got team position group rankings. So we'll just see how the Kings stack up here according to Law Murray. Law Murray, friend of the show, definitely knows what he's talking about. So he goes point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, but not just the starter, the position, how the teams do it at that position. And he's got a number of criteria here, but let's just start with NBA point guard team rankings. He's got number one situation in the NBA, according to Law Murray. Of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder with Shea as a starter, Case and Wallace as a reserve. All right, then he's got Luka with the Lakers 2, the Warriors 3, Knicks 4, Suns 5 with Devin Booker, Colin Gillespie. Then it goes Pistons 6, Clippers, Hawks, 76ers, Grizzlies, Cavaliers, Spurs, Nuggets, Hornets, Heat, Rockets, Trailblazers, Bulls, Wizards.
We'll get there.
Pacers, Magic, Raptors, Celtics, Kings.
Oh, wait a minute.
24.
You about to have me text Law Murray right now. Did I hear a few teams like the Pacers?
Pacers, yeah, he's got them 20th with Nembhard and TJ McConnell.
Okay.
That's even without Hallie.
Did I hear the Trailblazers?
Portland Trailblazers, 17th with Drew Holiday and Scoot Henderson.
Scoot is hurt. Wow. Give me 15 to 23.
Okay. 15, Miami Heat.
Okay.
Do you want the players or just
the
the team?
Please.
Tyler Hero and Davion Mitchell.
Okay.
16, Rockets, Amen Thompson and Aaron Holiday. 17, we mentioned the Trailblazers, Drew Holiday, Scoot Henderson. 18, the Bulls with Josh Giddey, Trey Jones. 19, Wizards, C.J. McCollum, Bub Carrington. 20, the Pacers, Nembhard and T.J. McConnell. 21, Jalen Suggs, Tyus Jones, the Magic. 22, Emmanuel Quickley and Jamal Sheed, the Raptors. 23,
wow, what?
Yeah.
Anthony Simons and Peyton Pritchard, the Celtics. And then 24th, Dennis Schroeder and Malik Monk. Now, we start there. That's the lowest we're going to have of any of these.
I don't get this one, though, Jay. Like, Jay, you're like going to, like, you're like moaning back there. I am, too, because, like, that's the one that I don't get. And that's why we were talking about Schroeder earlier. Like, have him read this article. Put more chips on your shoulder because, and I don't get it, too, because I think they're doing both, right? The starter and the backup.
Yeah.
And you look at that, I mean, that's not 24th to me.
Right.
TJ McCollum and Bub Carrington.
If the Kings surprise people around the league this year, that's an example of why they're going to.
TJ McConnell?
You know, Law Murray knows what he's talking about. I'm not saying he's right here,
Right.
but there's a lot of people that see things the way he sees things, and if people around the league look at the Kings and go, Dennis Schroeder hasn't.
That is TJ McConnell and Aaron Nimhart.
You going to be all right? You going to be able to?
Man, I might not be able to stomach too much more of this big time.
Gets better.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, some of those are very surprising. Shooting guard.
Okay, here we go.
NBA shooting guard team rankings. 1. Timberwolves. And Terrence Shannon Jr. Cavs second with Donovan Mitchell and Sam Merrill. Then he's got the Trailblazers, Denny and Shaden Sharp. Trailblazers third?
What? Okay, wait a minute. This is out of hand, Law.
Defensive team, too.
Fourth, the Knicks, Mikal Bridges and Jordan Clarkson. And then fifth is your Sacramento Kings, Zach LaVine and Keon Ellis. So that's pretty good. Now, maybe they should be higher than Portland, but fifth, obviously, helps to balance out that 24th ranking. What were they for the point guard? Was it 24?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, 24 for the point guard ranking. Then after that, it goes, let's see, Lakers, Magic, Celtics, Heat, Hawks, so on and so on. So that's pretty good. Moving on to the next position, small forward. Rockets 1, Celtics 2, Clippers 3, according to Law Murray and The Athletic. Thunder 4, Magic 5, Knicks 6, Kings 7, Jay. Sacramento Kings, DeMar DeRozan, Neek Clifford. So how about that?
Look at that.
2 top 10 rankings in a row. Off guard and small forward. Not bad.
They like Neek Clifford, too. I mean, being a rookie, and we'll see, how much he gets in terms of playing time, but being the back, and presenting that high, too, because, again, we got to take into account starter and backup, so
yeah,
it's pretty good.
Let's see here. The Knicks are ahead of the Kings with OG Anunoby and Pacom Dadie. All right. Okay. All right.
It's very interesting.
Well, some of these things we'll ask Law Murray about when we have him on the show.
You guys have him on regularly, don't you? Or not regularly, but you guys have him on once in a while, yeah.
Great guest.
Be curious to pick his brain about some of this stuff.
Great guest. Very knowledgeable. I don't know what happened to him. We better call and make sure he's okay.
He's okay.
After some of these. Power forward. This probably won't go well, will it? Let's see here. Bucks, Lakers, Mavericks, 1, 2, 3. Knicks, Cavs, 4, 5. Then it goes Grizzlies, Pacers, Warriors, Magic, Pelicans rounding out the top 10. Uh-oh. Thunder, 11. Timberwolves, 12. Raptors, 13. Hawks, Jazz, Nuggets, 76ers, Clippers, Nets. The Kings, 20th in the power forward rankings. But I would quibble with that because he's got Keegan Murray and Dario Saric as the backup. I don't know that Dario Saric is going to be playing enough to be the backup. Isaac Jones might be the guy there.
That's what I'm saying.
There's some reports, some suggestions, and I haven't seen him. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. I don't know that Dario Saric can still play much. I like Dario Saric when he was playing, but he's been hurt a lot, and I don't know if he's going to be able to play enough. We'll see.
And I wonder, too, Kevin, with this, like with Keegan Murray and then putting him 20th, because I think Keegan Murray's a really good player. I think they're also, saying that there's a lot of potential there. Like, how much are we going to see out of him this year? Like, there's still stuff we've got to see. So maybe putting him there. And like you said, I don't know with that situation, too. I think Isaac Jones could be that guy in terms of the second spot.
Yeah. I will say you can see how the Kings don't compare favorably to other teams in this department. We all love Keegan, and Keegan was the 4th pick, and he has a lot of upside, but most Kings fans will tell you he's not really a power forward.
Sure.
So the Kings are going with a power forward there, and obviously they'll have different lineups at a position where there's some good players in the league that are playing that position.
Absolutely.
So that's one area in which the Kings are at something of a disadvantage when you're talking about Cat and Mobley and AD and Giannis and so on.
But the next one's good.
Is it? I mean, it's good, but should it be better? Center, NBA center team rankings. 1, Nuggets, Jokic and Jonas. 2, Spurs, Wemby and Luke Cornett. 3, 76ers, Joel Embiid, Andre Drummond. 4, Rockets, Şengün and Steven Adams. 5,
Yeah,
Clippers,
I don't like this one.
Zubats and Brooke Lopez,
Yeah,
Jay?
don't like this one.
6, Heat, Bam Adebayo and Kel'el Ware. And then 7th, Kings, Domas and Drew Eubanks. So they're ahead of the Hawks, Jazz, Cavs, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Thunder rounding out the top 13. But I think most Kings fans would say, Law Murray, you've got the Kings a little too low.
Well, and Clippers at 5 is what I'm like, I do not agree with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brooke Lopez is a backup. Yeah, that's pretty strong, but I'm with you. Domas, again, just not getting the respect that he has earned, that he deserves here.
And Drew Eubanks, too. I think we got to, see what he is here coming in here. And I know he's been with a couple teams as of late, but I guess they're not giving him a lot of respect either then, because maybe they'd be a little higher in terms of that.
Yes. To me, this is another example of how the Kings are poised to surprise some people. If they think the Kings with Domas and Eubanks are only the 7th best center position in the league, there's opportunity there for the Kings to show that, no, you are wrong. So
overall, though, I think the average in terms of if you put them all together, they're averaging like 12th best with these positions when you put them all together. I don't know. My math is not great, but I think it's around like 12th overall if you average all
that
those
sounds
numbers.
about right, which would be I would have probably guessed lower than that just if you told me what the ground rules were.
Still playoff, though, technically. Worthy.
I think that if the Kings are right about Schroeder, he's going to end up doing much better. He's going to overachieve as far as that ranking goes, and then Domas too, I think. But it does underscore how the front court is a problem for the Kings, especially at that power forward position. Keegan's out of position there as a 4, and they don't have as much going for him as other teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I was like, someone's surprising us? Are we getting a surprise on this day? Jay's just bringing in some good stuff. No, it's interesting, though, because I think a lot of people looked at this list, or if you heard Alan Stiles go over it earlier, people were maybe thinking we didn't have as many spots high because, again, Sacramento, they're not getting a lot of love right now. But I was surprised with some of the spots in terms of where they were. And you got to love the shooting guards because they were right up there in prime territory at 5.
That, to me, speaks to the opinion that I think Jay and I share. I'm not sure how you feel about it. But I feel that if the Kings are going to be the best team they can be this year, they really need Zach LaVine to have a great year and just be a guy who's among the league's leading scorers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Take advantage of, he's got incredible shooting ability. Last year had a great year shooting the ball, but once he came here, there were too many games where he was kind of trying to fit in, and some of that's because there was disorganization.
Chaos going on.
Yeah, so it's not all on just, well, he's got to assert himself, but I think this year it should be pretty clear from the opening tip tomorrow night, Zach, you got to be our guy. We got a lot of guys, but you need to be a guy averaging at least 25 a game. Am I right, Jay? Zach LaVine's got to average at least 25 a game.
Oh, he is, baby.
Okay.
Or at least 24.3.
That ain't going to do it. 25 plus.
He wants 25, Jay.
I'm hoping for like 27. It's got to be at least 25.
Oh, what if I say 24.3 and then you get 20 from somebody else?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I need Zach to be the guy,
24.3 ain't the guy?
No, that's fine, but they need him to be more. They need him to be closer to 30 a game to be at their best. That's my opinion. I think that's the way this all pencils out most favorably for the Kings.
You think it's doable, though?
Yeah, I do. I do. He had a great shooting year last year. And we all know that he's not the greatest defender. He'd probably tell you that himself.
Right.
Okay, but he's going to overcompensate for that on the other end. This is a guy that you got for De'Aaron Fox. He's capable of carrying the bulk of your load offensively. Let's let him do that and see how it goes.
And like you said, he doesn't have to be some superstar defensive player. I mean, he's not, like you said. But as long as he's getting the message from Doug Christie that you're just giving an effort, a little bit of effort, like that's what he's meant to do. Like, let's see the points from him. Get a little effort defensively, and we'll be good.
Yeah. I understand your point, Jay, I think. You're saying that it's possible we'll see a more democratic offense.
Yes.
Like if you had like 5 guys that are all going to average between 18 and 22, something like that.
Well,
I understand
with one guy, that being Zach LaVine, I think DeMar's going to give you 20, if not close to 20 like he did last year. And then you need the star, the guy who you keep anointing, Zach LaVine. And by all means, I don't mean you. I think the team has anointed. Yeah. You need to be the guy moving forward anyway. So, give me 24.3. That's what I'm looking for. But no, I get what you're saying. I'm being sarcastic a little bit. 25 from Zach. He has to lead this team a la what we saw De'Aaron Fox. You need Debo to, kind of supplement that with 20 points. And to be completely honest, we need Keegan to kind of step into that position. I think Domas is going to give you close to 20, a double-double anyway it goes. I think if anybody's on this team I can pencil it in, for me, it's Domas.
Yeah.
18 and 11, 19 and 11.
I would be okay with him taking fewer shots and being just as efficient and then seeing Keegan or somebody else pick up some of the offensive slack. The amazing thing about Domantas Sabonis, if you look up his stats, Basketball Reference, it's like they're the same every year, which is a credit to his consistency. It's like, that's amazing. Like every year, 19.3 points, led the league in rebounding with 13 a game. But I think if the offense diversifies even more and you get more from the perimeter, maybe Keegan picks up his offensive game and Domas has to take just maybe a step back offensively. I think that could work, but I don't know if that's in the cards, and I don't know if he's interested in that. I know they're focusing on him as a facilitator even more than they did last year.
That's why I do think of it as like the puzzle pieces, because it's like we're saying all this stuff of like what we need them to do, but it's like, how's it going to all shake out? That's what's fascinating, because there's so many shooting guards, it's like, is it by committee or
ton of guards, ton of guards.
So.
Yeah. So that may be something that during the season they'll sort out. I expect, could be totally wrong, I think that by the deadline, I think all the people, and I'm not taking shots at these people, I was right there on the fence, but all the people that had been saying they need to blow this team up, I think they'll be proven wrong. And I could be wrong. And again, I don't blame those people, because Kings Nation last year during the season, people were just trying to figure out, how do we get this thing back on track? You know what? This is going nowhere. Blow it up. Let's start over with draft picks. But I think this is going to be a better bunch than those people anticipated. We'll see. What do you think, Jeff?
I tell you this much.
Yeah?
34.5 wins? Man, that's embarrassing. That's almost.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Easy money?
What? I'm talking about apples and oranges, baby.
Yeah.
Get your vitamin C right. You don't even need the
Give me a shot
multivitamin.
of that.
Yeah, 34.5 wins. It's almost. It is disrespectful.
I feel like you guys are getting disrespected in like every cat. Like,
right.
Like
Welcome
wins,
to the party,
like,
baby.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm a player, like that fuels the hell out of me. It really does. And I know that can only go so far, but I don't care. I want to go out there and prove every one of these people wrong.
Yeah.
That disrespected us.
We'll see what happens. I don't think this is a 50-win team. Maybe it is. But to me, also, that number of 34 is another thing that suggests people around the country, they're looking at the Kings and they're downgrading this bunch because it's the Kings. They don't know what they're doing. And I don't think that applies as much as it used to right now. So I think they're in position to surprise some people.
That's what fans gotta like. I mean, that's what I love, like hearing
love
you guys
that
are
here.
so passionate.
Yeah.
And I was telling you guys, I still have to get over there for a game, because I have not seen, but I have heard the atmosphere is incredible for family members that have gone and told me about it. I'm like, well, I need to get in here and see this for myself.
It's a great building. It's a great building. The old building was great, but it was, it was antiquated and it just had a lot of character. But this is a great modern NBA building.
That's what I've heard.
With more character than its Bay Area neighbor, Jay.
Oh, I mean, that dentist office. We already know about that dentist
I
office.
hate tennis office. Are they playing that music too?
Oh, don't go. Have you been to Chase yet?
No.
Well, don't waste your time unless you want to go get a root canal.
I'm not doing that. No. Count me out.
The G1C is fantastic. There's not a bad seat in the house, especially in the lower bowl. In the lower bowl, there's only 2 sections for the most part.
Okay.
There's a middling section, which is, I don't want to give no love to a company that's not promoting, but there's something near where you can go have a drink and stand up, standing room, or there's a few bar tops and things like that. But the bottom section, it's so huge, the 100s. And the 200s, some people love it. I would say it's a bit steep. Yeah, a little Mount Everest.
Yeah.
It goes kind of straight.
Yeah. The stimp meter reading is very high.
Yes. Very, very true. But it's an absolute spectacle to go watch a Kings game, especially when them boys are playing very well. Like the crowd on a Tuesday night, you might walk into something that you walk out and say, man, that was special.
Yeah.
That was truly special.
You didn't even mention the beam to her.
Yeah, because you got to leave a little bit there for.
Yeah.
We
little
talked
pizza in the
about
box.
it even on our radio show when y'all were making that
Really?
run. We
You know what
talked
it
about
is.
the Beam. The Beam was making some national attention, and
the
I
great
thought
state of
it was
Tennessee?
I thought
Wow.
it was pretty cool. So I had to call up my sister-in-law and brother and say, "What's
Uh-huh.
this Beam all about?" And they told me, and I said, "That sounds pretty cool."
Mm-hmm. It really is. It's really speaks to the uniqueness of basketball
Yeah.
here, where it's been the only pro team in town for many years, and once or twice we almost lost the team. But every time that beam shines, it's a reminder to everybody else, we still have our team here.
Exactly.
It will be lit in Sacramento.
Absolutely.
Scrappy. You're gonna fight to keep that thing there.
I will say this, and I know we're the home of the Kings, and we got to talk about it till we're blue in the face, but I sure am tired of talking about what the expectations of what needs to happen and what we need to be done. The boys got to go out there and show up and show out.
And do it.
And we're getting closer to that. We're October the 7th. We're a couple weeks away from that. But I don't need Law Murray again, friend, family of the show. No doubt we'll have him on here as we head into the basketball season. I don't need Bobby Marks, friend of the show. I don't need guys like that to tell me what the Kings need and how they need to play. We all know that. It doesn't take much talent, no disrespect to them, to say, hey, Dennis Schroeder needs to play big. Doesn't take much talent to say Zach LaVine's got to lead this team. Don't take much talent to say Debo's got to put up his 20 and this team needs to be better defensively. Everybody know that. It's just time to sit back and watch it now.
Right. And
Facts.
this is the type of town that will respect effort.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Lunch
you have a
pail.
team like last year, like they don't know what they're doing, and so they didn't look like they were playing hard, and so there were some boos, but they love the solid effort. And I know Doug Christie's going to get that out of them. It's time for our code word of the day. Let's see here. The winner is going to receive a pair of lower level seats to the Kings versus the Oklahoma City Thunder on November 7th, a one-night stay at the Kimpton Sawyer.
Okay.
And a $200 gift card to Revival.
Oh, put it in there.
Yeah.
Is that a spa? Revival?
What? Oh, Kayla, we got to get
I
you
know.
out.
Sorry, guys. I'm asking
No.
the journalistic questions.
You don't have to be.
Is
You don't have to apologize. Revival is a hangout. It's a bar. It's overlooking Doko, connected to the Sawyer. It's a club. I'll
Okay,
just say
I
that.
need to get
How
my-
about that? And but it's open air. It's a pool outside. Oh, come on.
I need to get down there. I'm like, is it a spa?
So I've got our code word of the hour, and then Jay, what do people do?
I got to text it in, right?
Got to text it in. Okay, yeah. So you're trying to win here a pair of lower level seats to the Kings versus OKC November 7th. One night stay at the Kimpton Sawyer and a $200 gift card to Revival. So here's your word for the 4 o'clock hour. Kimpton. Kimpton. Kimpton is your word of the hour. Good luck. Maybe you'll be partying at Revival with Kayla Anderson.
Ooh,
And me.
Yeah, and Jay.
Come on, we're gonna be out. I
We gotta
love
get
Revival.
the whole party here. That sounds dope, though.
Yeah.
Why you been to Revival yet?
I'm not. I don't think.
We gotta get
Maybe.
you there too.
Yeah.
Then.
Man, after the Beam Team playoff games,
Yeah.
Oh,
even Game 7,
going.
it was going crazy.
I can't imagine.
The line was and you have to take an elevator up
Oh,
to
yeah.
Revival. The line
I believe I have been
downstairs.
there,
Oh
Jay. I
yeah,
think
come on.
I have
I
been.
know you have. I know you have.
Yeah. Guy Haberman is going to join us when we come back. The radio voice of the 49ers next. Sacktown Sports.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Jay, you know how it is when you're after a guest for a long time, kind of that holy grail. It's the Drive Guys here. Kayla Anderson with us, Whitey and Jay Johnson. And sometimes you just got to be determined, right? You can't take no for an answer.
Got to keep pushing the narrative, baby.
Can't do it. And so I was so thrilled when I found out today that our next guest had time to join us. And
okay.
I know he's very, very busy. I know.
Is he?
He's doing a great job stepping in for Greg Papa on the 49er radio play-by-play. I've known him a long time. He's a great, great guy. We welcome Guy Haberman back to the show. How are you, Guy Haberman?
KG?
Yes.
It's good to see you.
It's
good to talk to
you. Yeah.
How's the jumper?
It's sweet, like butter.
Wet? Tell him it's wet.
Still, yeah. The J is wet.
Yeah, that's right. Guy and I played a little pickup. We played a little pickup.
Yeah, I've seen the jumper.
Yeah. Guy, did you have any inkling that Thursday would turn out the way it did? Not only with the 49ers winning, but it being, just such an incredible game. Did you have any idea it would be anything like that?
I mean, not like that. I mean, I definitely thought they could win the game. It feels like anytime you get, the old Thursday night, remember like with the way we used to think about Thursday night football was like, none of these games, these matchups are never any matchups anybody wants to see, but sometimes any crazy stuff happens all the time. And the matchups have gotten better and they've started just feeling like regular NFL games. But, given the history of Shanahan and McVay and how the Niners won a lot of those matchups, even when they weren't good teams, I thought they had a chance. And then how it is. Everybody knows this feeling of, especially people who like, and if you've ever bet on a game and you're like, oh, somebody's it's a basketball game, and especially like college, like, oh, it's a 14.5, they're a 14.5 point favorite, and, in the NCAA tournament. And then you watch 10 minutes, you're like, oh my God, I should not have picked that team to cover. Once the Niners take the ball and drive the field, you forget about the fact that they're 8.5 point underdogs. It just looks like a regular football game. And now the flip side of that is when they're up 14-0, you also know the Rams are not going away, and the Niners led the last 3 times going to the fourth quarter, lost all 3 against the Rams. So, I think that quickly you had to flip your mind to that direction too. Like the Rams are definitely coming back. Like, again, to make a basketball analogy, like any NBA game where it's a 20-point game with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, and you're like, oh, this is definitely going to be tied with 5 minutes left, so. But to have the ball punched out at the 1 yard line, I thought for sure I thought they should have let them score. Like the Rams were absolutely scoring a touchdown at the end of regular. I mean, I didn't say it on the air, but I thought it. I wouldn't have said that, but yeah.
Guy, I mean, the Niners fans have probably been biting their nails this season because of the type of ways that they're winning these games. But the biggest thing is the injuries, and the injuries to big name players. How surprising has it been for you to watch them get these dubs with just the list of injuries that have piled up?
Yeah, I mean, surprising. I thought the Jacksonville game, I really felt how discombobulated their passing game could be given the lack of continuity. And Kendrick Bourne is here. And he's been here for, at that point, a couple of weeks, but he was here, several years ago. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Russell Gage, like you just felt that it wasn't, especially when Pearsall was out, that it wasn't Pearsall and, Jennings. And it really hasn't been much of that. We really haven't had a lot of, Pearsall and Ayuk. Like even those guys, if they get on the field together by the end of this year, have not played a lot together. And then to lose Bosa, that's an impossible guy to replace. But for me, I've really felt it on just when you look out there pre-snap, you go, okay, who are the receivers? All right, Sky Moore, new. Kendrick Bourne, new again. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, new. None of the tight ends had caught a touchdown pass before this year. That's where you really feel it. And then obviously the quarterback thing too, you saw, if you're watching on TV, because I looked at the monitor when Mac Jones was laying on the ground last week, and I see Adrian Martinez guys like hitting him on the shoulder pads, like, all right, here we go. He's never been in a game before, but yeah.
Guy Haberman, nice enough to join us. Guy, of course, is a legend in the Valley because he's a former host of Kings Live, among other things. With Bobby Jackson, who's now an assistant with the Kings.
And Doug Christie.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And Katie.
Yeah. Guy, I know that Pop and you are very close, and I respect, obviously, the privacy of your conversations. He's talked about how you and he have been in contact. Is there anything you can share with us in terms of how he's helped you get acclimated so quickly to the 49ers booth?
Just especially when it first happened, you're so aware that I'm very aware, right? Like whatever you're feeling, he's battling, he's something real, And I just remember before the first game feeling a lot of things about it. And he, as if sensed it, sent me a message and just was very supportive. That's the biggest thing is like, it's doing what he does at the level that he does it, as you know, is I think largely unmatched. And there's not one thing you could say like, okay, don't forget before the first downs, breathe a little,
Yeah.
But just that, yeah, I mean, that meant more than anything. That was the biggest thing. Is just is him
supporting
him saying go get him. Yeah, but I'm not the like he's got something that a lot of people have been through, and the people who have been through it out there know what it feels like, and the rest of us who haven't been through it can only try to imagine it. But it's been great. He's been doing radio up here, as he started doing that, and it's great to hear him. And because it's streaming, see him, and he sounds just like he'll sound when he's back, which is cool.
Yeah, and he's also on every Friday with Carmichael Dave here on our station.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I love all the connections.
Yeah. Yes.
It's been fun just listening to how Kyle Shanahan is talking about this team this year, Guy, because we've heard the words from him like there's something different about these guys. And, of course, again, the starters aren't out there. But what is different to you to start the season? I know we're still, early on in.
The kicking game?
Word.
I mean, like every game's a one-score game, and they're making all their kicks. So, Eddie Pinheiro, I think the one thing they've always done is they've looked for players that have a certain physicality and toughness and all that. But they have found ways that I'm not sure why. I don't know what you put your finger on, other than they are making kicks, and the Robert Saleh factor for sure. But they were 1-5 in the division last year, and I think 4 of those losses were by a combined 13 points, and now they're 3-0 in the division, and those 3 wins are whatever they are combined. I don't have it in front of me, but I don't know, 9. So that is obviously now. Why is that happening? Maybe the experience of last year. Maybe for some of these younger guys learning how to win. I think they're better in the margins, and that's Saleh, and that's the kicking game. And McCaffrey's been healthy. Yeah. I think last year there was the whole talk about, well, they're bad in the red zone, but don't worry, that's just because of Christian. When he comes back, and they'll score touchdowns in the red zone. And it's not that simple, because not running the ball effectively. That's a Kittle thing too. And it's a red zone thing. Kittle scored that first touchdown in the red zone against Seattle week 1. So they've had to be really buttoned down in the margins. And honestly, it's Eddie Pinheiro. It feels like, if you're asking like the little differences, I'd say it's Saleh, it's Pinheiro. I think Kyle has been really good this year, managing and play calling. I know there was some debate about should he have thrown the ball on 3rd and 9. My feeling in the moment was it's such a dangerous position to be in. I would have run the ball and made McVay use all his timeouts, but I know there was a hot button issue, so we could go to game management class on that if we want. But I think he's been really good. I think he's been really good. Inspired play calling this year.
Guy, I have a suggestion for you, and you're welcome to run with this. Next time Eddie Pinheiro makes a kick, the old Foo Fighters, "There Goes My Hero," I could hear you going, "There goes Pinheiro," and you can.
That's good.
Ahead. You can.
That's
run
good.
with that. Yeah, if you want to, feel free.
Well, we've got he's Pinheiro. Tim Ryan said the first game he's Pinheiro Dinero.
Yes. Ooh. Yes.
So I said last week when he made the 59.5-yarder, Eddie Money.
Right.
I was happy with that.
That's very good. That's very
It's
strong.
okay.
Yeah, it's very good. Guy Haberman is with us, and of course you hear him.
I know you have a lot of ideas, though, so you can share them.
Thank you. I will. You mentioned the running game a little bit. Do the 49ers need to start running the ball more effectively, or has Kyle figured out a kind of a workaround getting back to this offense's original West Coast roots and throwing that old 5-yard handoff?
You know what? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Yeah, they got to run the ball better, and hopefully Kittle coming back is going to help solve that. I mean, it's not, I don't know what the stat is, but I think when you look at box scores, throwing for 350 is not the recipe. It feels good and it works in the Big 12, but that is not what you want to be doing in the NFL. That usually means you're fighting tooth and nail to the very end in a shootout, and your defense isn't stopping anybody. So they, converting 3rd and 7s are great, but You have to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to run the ball. They're going into that game on Thursday. Christian McCaffrey, which was averaging 0.6 yards before contact. Ooh. Think about that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's crazy. I thought it was one of the greatest. What was his? Let me pull up the box score. What was his yards per carry the other day? Like 2.6. It was one of the great 2.6 yards per carry performances. I mean, truly, because it was 2.6, but I could think of 3 or 4 off the top of my head. 6-yard carries, 5-yard carries when they absolutely needed it. And in addition to his 8 catches for 82 yards. But yeah, that's
gotta run the ball.
You got to run the ball. You got to run.
I know it's crazy, guy, because we were talking about. We're like, whoa. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, the slot receiver. I mean, never mind. Because you look at right now the yards in terms of the league, and I mean he's 6th on there.
Total yards,
exactly
yeah.
in terms of total yards. But it's been fun, obviously, seeing that. But you'd like him eventually. He's going to run the ball. I mean, that's what he is. When it comes to throwing the ball, though. In terms of quarterback Mac Jones, who has stepped up a little when he's needed to be called on, I will admit I'm a little surprised from what we've gotten from him, just to see the toughness. I think it just proved all of us who maybe didn't believe Mac Jones could be a starter eventually in the future probably can be.
Yeah, I think that I always love the Sando tiers list when it comes out before every year, the Mike Sando tiers list. And, anytime you just look at a list of quarterbacks, it's clear. And one of the great Kyle Shanahan quotes was the week before that draft when he took Trey Lance and Mac Jones was drafted. And Kyle was like pre-angry about the fact that everybody thought it would be dumb to draft Mac Jones, even though he wasn't going to draft Mac Jones. He still wanted to defend the logic of it at the time.
Yeah.
But he made a comment. What he said was there aren't 32 people on the face of the earth that can play quarterback at an acceptable level. And I think about that quote all the time because it's so true. And it doesn't mean that the top 32 guys are the starters and then 33 is the backup to 1 and 34 is the backup to 2. Every year there's a couple of backups that are better than 10 of the starters or something like that. And, we're seeing it with Baker Mayfield. You see it all the time. You saw it with Steve Young, as his career went on, and Rich Gannon and Alex Smith and on and on and on. Most quarterbacks who have bad situations, most of them are not lucky enough to still have something left when they get to a good situation. And Mac Jones is in a great situation. He's maximized and we're seeing it. Now, the league is full of histories of backups who played a game that was good or 2 games that were good, and that's kind of their peak, and that's all they can do, and they start getting overexposed when they play 3 or 4 or 5. And so we'll see what happens with Mac, but he's played a lot of football, in the same way that Darnold's played a lot of football, that he's not a small sample size guy. So, I think he's looking the way Darnold would have looked if he had played 5 games for the Niners. That chance never came, but
Guy Haberman is.
Plus he saw a dead body.
That's right.
Before the game.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Are there such things as good omens, or are there just omens and all omens are bad?
There's omens, and then whether it's good or not, Guy, that's up to you and what you make of it. I'm Whitey Gleason.
I got on the bus and somebody was like, hey, Max just saw a dead body. And I was like, is that good or bad? I knew it going into the game, and I was like, I don't know. And I texted Papa. I'm like, hey, just as you're talking about the game, I know you're on them right now, just heads up. Max saw a body. Like, oh, my God.
I see dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which unit of the 49ers, in your professional opinion, Guy Haberman, faces the biggest challenge this week against the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are riding high in that clunky old pirate ship of theirs?
Good question.
Secondary?
My first inclination, just because Baker's throwing it all over the place. And I think, the Malik Mustafa return will be welcome. Marquise Siegel's been really good as a rookie, but you've seen teams kind of go at him. Saw it last week a little bit. So if they could get, Pinnock, Mustafa, Siegel in good spots, some Jair Brown, I think that's probably where I start. I thought the offensive line, but they protected Mac pretty well. He started getting beat up, though, as that game went along. And I don't know if that was part of Kyle's thinking why he didn't throw the ball on 3rd and 9 from his own end zone. But, I think there's a lot of pressure on them this week. Just keeping, if it's Mac Jones, and I would expect it to be Mac Jones, just keeping him healthy. You know, we have these debates like, what happens when Brock is healthy? Well, let's have Mac be healthy for a while, right? He's getting crushed right now. Let's get him some bananas and some hydration. And, you know, the cramps last week, he's going to Tampa. I haven't checked the dew point or whatever, humidity. What is it? But
I know what you mean. Yeah.
We gotta, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you got to throw like a mannequin in the bay or something so he can see it before.
Right?
Hey, look, Mac, it's another one. That's a good omen, buddy. I mean, whatever it takes at this level, guy.
Yeah.
Guy,
bring your own.
Exactly. When it comes to this defense, without Nick Bosa right now and for the rest of the season, who in your eyes, and I know, you know, they could make a move, but who can you see stepping up with some of these younger guys? Because I know there's been a lot of them that we've seen some really good stuff from.
Yeah, I mean the Bryce. Now I know Bryce is not in the category of what you're asking, but he's been fantastic. I think you're looking for the guy you drafted 11th, Micah Williams. You know, there's not a bottomless bucket of young guys, and your vets. Bryce Huff has been fantastic, but can you get better every week, Michael? So he's at the top of the list. I mean, Alfred Collins, to see what he has been able to do, he's not playing perfect football, but it's because they're so thin and he's a rookie, he's getting the opportunity to make plays. And there's some good and there's some bad. And every week it feels like there's a little more good. And you hope a young player gets, you know, some confidence from being able to step up in a big moment like he did last week. So, but you got to start with the guy. I think you got to start with the guy drafted 11th, Michael Williams. That's, you know, he's not a Bryce Huff or Nick Bosa explosive edge rusher, but that's okay. Good against the run. He does collapse the pocket well, and at least you have Bryce Huff on the other side to take advantage of it.
Guy, I don't know the extent to which you can talk about this. I know in the NBA there's limits on what a broadcaster can say when it comes to trades. I want to ask you about you think the 49ers, I think there are. I wanted to ask you what you thought about the possibility of going out and getting a defensive end. I don't know the extent to which you can address that, but
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
No, right. I don't know anything, so I don't know if that's benefits anybody.
Yeah. You think they're going to go out and get some help now?
No, I mean, yeah, like I would say, and this is how I felt about it. I guess this is how I felt about it right away. Is I do understand the desire to go make a move right now, but I think what they're doing is kind of what I expect them to do. It's what teams do, right? With the deadline a month away, you're not going to get the most beneficial price at this moment. The Trey Hendrickson for the Bengals, let's say, they really have no reason to keep him, so they should trade him, but they should ask for more today than the last for him in a month. But I do think the way to handle it is you wait and see, like, is this team worth adding one player for? What are we willing to trade a second round pick for one player? If that guy makes us a Super Bowl contender or can put us in the NFC Championship game, you're kind of waiting to see how the conference shakes out. Is this thing looking pretty wide open? Okay, yes, it is. Okay, now you've won a game against each divisional opponent. You know, I think every game you win makes you more likely to go make a move. So I'm interested to hear about the NBA rules on broadcasters talking about trades.
Well, you can't talk about what it is you can't talk about a player who's under contract to another team.
Oh, if you're a team employee?
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Even if a trade has been announced, but it's not official yet, you can't say, oh, so-and-so's coming here, he's going to be great. I think was it on this station? Somebody might have done it and gotten in a lot of trouble, but somebody from another team. But Guy, I just want to say,
interesting.
Yeah, you know, big fan, been a friend of yours for a long time, and watching you even in the preseason when you're doing the preseason games, you know, my wife saying, Sheena, that's Guy Haberman doing the game. And I know these circumstances are, you know, they're far from, it's tough circumstances, but it's been great to hear you, and I really enjoy your play-by-play, and I'm thrilled for you, and I know you're making the best of this, and good job, Guy Haberman.
Well,
thanks for coming on with us.
That's kind of you to say. You know, what I said about Alfred Collins, I think applies to everybody. And what I said about the quarterbacks, like so much stuff, system quarterbacks and young people having success. Like I think you're lucky to be a system quarterback in life, to find a system that, you know, a place that fits you or people that fit you. And certainly being young and being encouraged by people who you look up to is a big deal. And you did that for me when I moved to the Bay Area. And it was critical to feel like, oh, maybe I belong. maybe I can hang and that kind of stuff. And so I think the people that know what a wonderful person you are and how supportive you've been of me is absolutely was critical at a time when I needed it. Even though we haven't seen each other in a while, but you're a wonderful friend, and I think of you and the Gleason family every time I light my menorah that I got for my wedding.
Nice.
I think of you every year, at least. So
wow, I'll take that. Well, thank you, Guy. I appreciate it. I know you're super, super, super busy. I probably am going to pester you again to see if we can't work something out, but I understand.
We can definitely work something. Of course. Thank you. I appreciate you asking.
Thank you, Guy. The French pronunciation, Guy Hebemont.
Yeah. No trivia today, huh?
Not today. Next time.
Next time.
Guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Guy.
Great job.
All right.
Good luck this week. We appreciate it, man.
Okay. Good to see you.
Yeah. Guy Haberman. Yeah. Voice of the 49ers.
There you go. What a cool gig. Like, I know right now, like you said, the circumstances, and I understand all that, but it's got to be really cool for him to be in this moment and to start the season like this, too.
Yeah.
Where you're doing the play-by-play and, like, the moments you're having and the wild endings and some of the ways that they're coming back to win games. I mean,
especially when you've got Greg Papa, like, in your corner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Super Bowl bound. Jay.
There you
bang,
go.
Bang, Niner Gang.
You know it.
There you go.
All right, when we come back. Yeah. When we come back. Wow, this day has just been flying by. The dream trade target for 49er fans is off the board for now. So now what? Guy mentioned it. We're back on it next on Sackdown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-292-0975. 800-292-0975. Again, that's 800-292-0975.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Everybody knows that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the spot to get yourself a brand new car. That's why people are coming from all over. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. But they also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes and models, every one of them top quality, hand-selected by General Manager Chuck Dean. Over 70 vehicles below $30,000, over 25 below $20,000. You can see that full lineup at SackSuperstore.com, and if you find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. And on top of that, the best car buying experience anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Sacramento. Buckle up. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is dropping 1 day of insane Milwaukee deals on Saturday, October 18th. Bare tools, batteries, and kits at insanely low prices. All Milwaukee hand tools, tool accessories, and Milwaukee pack-out boxes will be 20% off. Spend $100 and you'll get a lotto ticket for up to $1,000 off your next order. Again, that's 1 day only. October 18th at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Sacramento gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations, and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. When a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before," that's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000. Or schedule anytime at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Born in 1892 to a socially prominent family, she was the consummate athlete, proficient in golf, tennis, marksmanship, swimming, and car racing. Many considered her the greatest horsewoman of the century. She was a pioneer in the field of golf course development with 3 world-class courses on her resume: the Women's National Golf and Tennis Club, Cypress Point, and Pasatiempo. Working for SFB Morse of Pebble Beach fame led to her second golf course development, which many consider to be the greatest golf course in the world, Cypress Point, where she developed a lifelong friendship and professional relationship with famed architect Alistair McKenzie. Pasatiempo in Santa Cruz was her third development, where she hosted the likes of Bobby Jones, Will Rogers, Babe Saharias, and more. Today, her place is alongside many others in the World Golf Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Marion Hollins, a visionary golf course architect and pioneer of the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, look who's here. It's Kayla Anderson.
Having
Thank you,
fun
Kayla.
today.
Thank you for helping us out today.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
tomorrow, we appreciate it very much. And she's got a little extra bounce in her step because at last check, the M's were leading.
Let's go.
the Yeah.
Like bouncing. I got a little taller just now saying that.
2-0. Although, see, we have to figure out what.
I know.
Yeah, now
'Cause
we
the
have
Yankees are
both
starting
channels on
soon.
the Yankees game, so we'll figure all that out. But yeah, they finally got the Tigers and the Mariners started.
It took forever. I didn't even know if it was going to start today. I'm like, what is going on? The weather delay, and then we got our wish eventually. It started.
So baseball's underway, and then we have
Yep.
the Yankees getting started with the Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees trying to stave off elimination. Am I right?
Correcto.
Wow. Baseball
Yes.
would not like that.
They love the
If
Yankees.
a team from another country were to knock the beloved Yankees out, I wouldn't mind it, but I know baseball wouldn't be too happy about that.
The Toronto Blue Jays, too, they're an interesting story. I just don't think people know a lot about them. And maybe it is because, there are neighbors to the north or whatever. We don't see a lot of those games. But, I mean, Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Yeah.
Put on quite a show.
Yeah, Jay will never forget those Blue Jays that knocked the A's out of the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
why you
right,
bringing that up,
Jay.
man?
Well, it's just funny. You recited the lineup last time we talked. Joe Carter.
I know I brought that up.
That was
myself.
impressive,
Yeah, that was
by
my
the
fault.
way.
My
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be bringing that type of Juan Guzman, right?
You remember who used to be on the Blue Jays long before that?
Yep.
Was Alfredo Griffin.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about him earlier this summer because he made the All-Star team once because he went to the All-Star game with a teammate. Damaso Garcia just said, hey, you want to go? And he's like, yeah, okay. So the day of the All-Star game, Alan Trammell gets hurt, and the American League's like, we need another infielder. Well, Alfredo Griffin's here. All right. And he played in the game.
Incredible. What?
Yeah.
That's
Damaso
awesome.
Garcia's, I brought Alfredo with me. He's here because my wife couldn't go. I was like, all right. Hey,
That's
congratulations. You're an All-Star.
Wow. There we go. The
Was,
stories you learn.
Was Candy Maldonado part of those the early 90s? I thought he was. Beating A's.
I don't know.
I have to look that up. I think Candy was on that squad. Not feeling it.
Yeah, I know. You'll get over it someday, Jay. On the other hand, when you're a sports fan, sometimes you don't want to get over that stuff,
No,
do you?
let it rock.
Yeah, yeah. We talked earlier about Jonathan Gannon of the Arizona Cardinals, who had apologized for his sideline. ESPN's calling it now an altercation with Amari DiMercato. The Cardinals are fining Jonathan Gannon $100,000.
They're not messing around.
Right. Yes. DiMercato, of course, dropped the football before crossing the goal line in the fourth quarter. And then Gannon was seen walking over and getting in his grill a little bit. Maybe made some contact with the running back's right arm. And then Gannon, as you know, he apologized yesterday, and now the Cardinals are fining the coach. Wow.
I mean, a fine, I get it in terms of they probably had to do something besides just, say, hey, slap on the wrist, whatever, just because of the look of it all, right? It started trending real quick. The visual didn't look good. Again, he was sitting there being consoled by two other players, and your head coach comes up and kind of slaps you.
Yeah.
So they probably were like, we got to make some sort of a statement by a fine. But woo, $100,000, baby.
Yeah. I think it's because, to your point, that he made the contact, whatever contact, with the running back's right arm, and he is the first head coach to be fined for an altercation with a player since Bruce Arians, when he was with Tampa Bay, was fined $50,000 for swiping his hand at safety Andrew Adams' helmet during a wild card game against the Eagles in January of 2022. So
that's actually kind of surprising to me that there hasn't been any. I'm sorry, altercation is a little strong of a word. Let's admit that.
Right.
But I am actually surprised because I feel like there's been other situations.
Yeah, there probably is a union rule on that, and teams are like, all right, we're
we're fine.
cracking down on that. You cannot make contact with another player.
And they did that. They not 50. They're giving him 100. So Arians got 50,000 in terms of the fine. Okay.
So maybe that's why he apologized. Maybe he realized, you could get fined for that. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we don't care.
Yeah.
$100,000, pay.
Yeah. And Jerry Jones was fined also.
He's okay.
Today. Yeah. For an inadvertent gesture. I
Wait,
tried it.
say again what he said about his hands. It was good. Or wait.
Do we have that?
Yeah,
Jay?
I just gotta hear it again.
Jerry Jones was fine because he flipped off a fan, but then he said, it was supposed to be, I was pointing at a fan, and then I inadvertently made the wrong gesture, and I corrected it right away. I looked at the film, and I straightened out right away. But
like the straightening out thing.
Yeah. Poor Jerry. He's trying to point to a fan and say, who hasn't done that?
Exactly.
He's like, hey, Grandma. Oh, Grandma, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, my finger got caught in the wrong spot.
Inadvertent gesture, Grandma. Yeah.
Is he trying to find it?
Yeah, we'll get that.
It was so good.
Yeah. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Jay, can we get to Akash in the meantime? Akash joining us on Sackdown Sports. Thanks for hanging, Akash. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Can you say hello to Kayla? Would that be okay for you?
Hi, Kayla.
What's up?
Very nice. Yes. What can we do for you?
I'm just here to talk about Keegan Murray. So if we learned anything this NBA offseason, it's that bullying works, right? You saw Luka lost all that weight from all the bullying. You saw Zion lost all that weight from all the bullying. Well, today I'm here to officially start the Keegan Murray hate club.
Oh.
I've seen chatter for many off seasons since Keegan's been drafted. Is this guy going to be an all-star? This guy is averaging 12 points a game for his career. Now, I know everybody's expecting a massive jump. It hasn't happened yet. I don't see it happening at this point. And I want to take you guys back to De'Aaron Fox and DeMarcus Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
For many years, those guys were averaging nearly 20 points or above 20 points a game. But because they were in Sacramento, it was so hard for those guys to make the all-star game. You'd have to get in as a substitute even, I think, with DeMarcus.
Yeah.
So with Keegan, we're asking the question, is this guy going to be an all-star? I'm writing it off. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. And you're saying that because you're trying to motivate him to become an all-star?
Yes, that's my point.
Reverse psychology, yeah.
You got it. You got it. If I'm right, I'm right. And if I'm wrong, then I can say I motivated him.
That's brilliant.
Yep,
That's
that is
next
smart.
level stuff. Thanks, Akash. Appreciate that.
That is smart. I do like that. I loved how he was like what did he call it? The losing the weight, how they got bullied. Yeah. So it's a different bully, not losing weight. He doesn't want Murray to lose weight, but wants him to
just trying to
be
fire
better.
him up a little bit.
Score more points.
I would like to see Keegan take a bigger offensive load on his shoulders and maybe see Domas's eased off just a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't even know if that's for the best of the team because Domas is an incredibly efficient offensive player.
Sure.
Yeah. People want Keegan to be, hey, fourth pick, 22 a game. Let's go. And I don't know.
He's not like a super aggressive personality either. I don't
Doesn't
feel.
seem like it.
At least that's the vibe I get when I'm listening to him and everything. Again, I'm new here. I'm learning, but that's what it comes across to me a little bit.
Yeah, but they are just so weak in the front court, and he's young. They need youth, and he defends well, which they don't do very well. So I understand Akash's point, but at the same time, he's really important to what they do. They haven't extended him yet. They've got to extend him. I think the deadline is sometime this month. I forget the date. They've got to extend Keegan. Got to. He's that crucial to what's going on with them. Dream trade target for 49er fans is off the board, at least for now. Trey Hendrickson, I know a lot of 49er fans, and I'm sure the 49ers themselves have been looking at it, trying to figure it out. But today, the Cincinnati Bengals, rather than folding up shop and saying, we're out of it, they went and they acquired Joe Flacco. So clearly that's an effort to try to get this season back on the rails. Why are you shaking your head? You don't believe in Joe Flacco?
Wacko Flacco, that's what I call him. No, look, I mean, heck of a career, right? But
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, we're getting to that point now that we can't even like put in our backups. Like, I understand you think you can maybe salvage some games. Bengals, you're not that good anyway. The only hope you had was Joe Burrow this season because you do have some guys on offense. Your defense with Trey Hendrickson, you can be okay, but last year, did you remember their defense was not good? And Trey Hendrickson was a dog But give Trey Hendrickson to somebody who actually deserves him.
Right.
I just
right.
don't believe Cincinnati has a chance.
Mhm.
I do not. And Flacco, I don't think is going to help them.
Probably not, but they think so. So
Yeah.
that would at least delay them coming
Delay
to
the
terms with their inevitable demise.
Mhm.
And poor Jake Browning, a local guy, has
I
not
know,
played well.
yeah.
Did have some moments against the Lions
In the fourth quarter, yeah.
Yeah. Matt Mayoko says with the addition of Hendrickson from Cincinnati, might not be feasible, at least in the short term. It's entirely possible the 49ers could have an opportunity to consider deals for. What do you guys think? Jay, what do you think of these names? Kayla, what do you think of Arden Key or Draymond Jones of the Tennessee Titans?
I know a lot about those guys.
Yeah?
Jay, what do you think? You want me?
Arden Key was already on the 49ers.
so
Didn't
he's
do
got-
much.
Yes,
So
he-
I'm
yes, he
going to go
was.
check the box and say hell no to Arden
he
Key.
was.
He's
D.
got
Jones,
equity. He's got system equity.
That's fine.
No? Okay.
I don't believe in all that.
All right.
Because you had equity when you were donning the jersey.
Yeah, okay. So that's a no.
Yeah, to me, I'm kind of what Guy has said last segment. I think if you're talking about those type of quality guys, then I think I'll lean on Mikael Williams.
Yep.
You drafted him for a reason. I understand he's a rookie, but I mean, we've seen rookies tear the league up. You know, with that being said, I do think you need to get a body in for, the way the 49ers are operating, everybody's going to be hurt. It feels that way. So I think you have to get some people in there for second and third string. But if we're talking about somebody that's going to come in there and allegedly help fill the void of Nick Bosa, D. Jones, and Arden Key are not those guys.
No. I watched them. I've watched Arden for the past 2 years with the Tennessee Titans. He found a little bit of a pass rush last year when he fixed some things, but he is not consistent. He will not do the job. And Draymond Jones, no offense, because I like Draymond Jones, former Ohio State player too, slow. Just slow. Like, I just don't think either of those
Meaning
players.
speed,
Exactly.
correct? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry. Not up there at all. But I just think if you're going to make the effort, I agree with you, Jay. Like, some depth pieces, okay, but neither of them are game changers. Neither of them.
How about Matthew Judon?
I'm all in on Matthew Judon.
Yeah.
The Lions apparently have interest in him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when. And here we go. When you
Arms
start
race.
to
Were you the one talking about the arms race?
Yes.
Yeah.
When
here
you
go.
start to look around and you have top tier type teams like the Detroit Lions who want a player that the caliber of Matthew Judon, there's a reason. Arden Key, Draymond Jones, there's a reason why they're out there and they're being tossed around. Now I would be interested in Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
But
bring him.
I don't know where he fits in the grand scheme of things because as we've seen, Malik Mustafa's coming back. The 49ers run a lot of nickel corner. And Jay Simmons is more of an outside linebacker, but can get off the rush. So I don't know what you want to bring to the table. But nah, man, one thing we need to stop doing, Whitey, and I know you're doing your job, we need to stop throwing around these random names. These random guys' names. And Matt Mayoko needs to do that, too.
But they need help.
Yeah, but
They're not getting to the quarterback.
I
the
get it.
quarterback must go down,
I
Jay.
understand, but you know what, man? They've won a game without it.
Yeah.
They won 4 games technically without it. Even when Bosa was here game 1.
Is it repeatable? Can you keep winning that way when
No,
you're not
I don't
running
think
the
so.
ball either?
I don't think so. But I don't think that's something that you mortgage the future for. And I understand what Matt Mayoko was saying.
Some of these guys wouldn't cost much, Jay.
Well,
No.
I get it.
But I do think you could have a situation on Sunday with, you talk about getting to the quarterback. I mean, Baker Mayfield is playing some ball right now. And you got to see what this defense.
29 for 33
Yeah,
or something obscene like that?
Something nuts like that.
Yeah.
So how do their decisions maybe we hear more talk after this game if they, let Baker go wild and they can't get to the quarterback. It'll be interesting game by game to see if more talk starts to bubble up.
Yeah, I know some have suggested, well, if you're the 49ers, you still want to make sure that this team is legit. But 4-1, the opportunity is there. You have to maximize it. So maybe I'd be a little more aggressive than y'all, but I get it. Also, Matthew Judon is really not playing that well this year. He's 33, and he's got a name because he's been, a 4-time Pro Bowler, but he's only got 3 tackles this year. So you got to be obviously
but name the
mindful of
team
that
he's
as well.
playing for again.
Miami Dolphins.
Okay, there you go.
Oof. Yeah.
I'm not sure anybody's
You're saying
happy that way.
as a team, they only have 5 tackles and he has 3 of them. So
Exactly.
they've only tackled guys 5
Barely,
times.
right.
Yeah.
I don't. if I'm the 49ers, I'm interested in Kayvon Thibodeau from the New York Giants. If I'm the 49ers,
He's young, right?
Yes, he
yeah.
is. I'm interested in Matthew Judon on a rental for half the season or a third of the season or whatever you want to make it, 3/4 of the season. If I'm the 49ers, those are the type of caliber players that I'm looking for.
Kayvon Thibodeau is so young that, to me, if I'm the Niners and the Giants want to trade him, I don't want him because I'm thinking, you need a guy like that. Why would you trade him? You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust if they want to trade him, I wouldn't trust that. I'd feel like, okay, there's something wrong with him. There must be a problem there that I don't want to assume. What am I missing?
Well,
Go ahead,
Kay.
Jay.
No,
we
you got
both
it.
were like
You got
rock,
it.
paper, scissors. He did I know coming out of the draft, and he was drafted, by the way, 5th overall in 2022. He was a little bit of he's a personality, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he said some stuff, but I haven't heard much in the past year or so when it
Okay.
comes to that.
Mhm.
That kind of the extra stuff. Some of that's just immaturity coming into the league.
Yeah.
I would say part of it, too, is he's had injury issues.
Yeah.
You know, remember, he started his NFL career on the IR.
He's going to fit right in there.
Absolutely. He's got 2.5 sacks on the year. 9 tackles? 12 tackles, 9 solo, 3 assisted. None for loss, if I'm not mistaken. I'll triple check. But I do think he's projected to get 8.5 sacks. You can't tell me this team won't take 8.5 sacks? Another 6?
Yes,
yeah,
they
but
will.
then I get that, but why would the Giants then trade him?
Because I don't think the Giants know where the hell they're going.
Because they're the hey, here's a simple answer, guys. Because they're the Giants.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that now we can just say because they're the Giants.
Yeah. So he was drafted in 22. So
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to have to pay him. That's
Yeah,
the other part. And you
that's
just
true.
remember, you just drafted
enough.
Abdul Carter as well. I'm not saying, again, if he's on the trade block, and to be completely honest, Trey Hendrickson's on the trade block because the Bengals are trash.
Yeah.
yes,
And
Yeah.
if he, and
he
he's
wants
not
to,
yet, but
and he
will be.
wants to get paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he
Trey
deserves
Hendricks,
to.
yeah, there's no reason why Trey Hendrickson should be on a trading block. At this point, we're not looking for Trey Hendricksons.
I am.
Well, good luck.
Trade Hendrickson.
Good.
That's what I'm looking
Right.
for.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Got it.
What are you
that.
willing to give up for him?
Maybe even like a 3rd rounder.
I don't know if that gets him.
I don't know either.
Well, I know Matt Mayoko had that scheme where like a 1 and a conditional 2, and it depends if you make the playoffs and he resigns. And if you don't make the playoffs or he doesn't resign, you don't have to give up as much. I'd be interested in that.
You're like anything. Just get him here.
Yeah, because people say, well, you can't replace Nick Bosa. He
Yeah,
got
you
pretty
can.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll say this: he's showing the hell better come out and perform. If you're giving up a lot of that change, he better
Well,
come
absolutely.
do it.
Yeah.
That's why, and again, this was all not Matt Mayoko, but Tim Kawakami. If you have what you give up is conditional based on how much he helps you,
Right.
then there's some insurance against him coming in and not playing well. But every time I see him, he's a monster.
He's a monster,
even on
man.
bad Bengal teams.
Yeah. I mean, they know that he's the only player on the team last year with the defense is crap, and he just continued to lead the league. And I mean, it's
Wreaking
impressive.
havoc. Yes.
I think he's a good fit too. Great guy, great dude, attitude wise.
4 sacks, 13 total tackles. So basically, him and Kayvon Thibodeau are neck for neck minus a sack.
Mm-hmm.
And Thibodeau's 24, by the way.
I don't know, man.
Trey Hendrickson is a
Like I said,
little longer in the
Yep.
tooth than that.
He is.
Yep.
And it's a rental.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of them are rental. You're going to have to pay them if you want them to return, which I don't see. But I think Trey has shown and proven he's a little more proven than Kayvon Thibodeau.
Uh-huh. No question.
Agree.
Yeah. I don't want to be, if I'm trying to take advantage of this opportunity, I don't want to roll the dice on a Kayvon Thibodeau if I have the other option. We'll see. I'm sure that, teams like the 49ers, very methodical when it comes to these things, and they'll get
They're smart.
closer to the deadline. Maybe they'll trade for Kuminga. It wouldn't surprise me. It would.
Let's bring this up again, baby. Let's keep it swirling.
I'm not counting that out. Yeah. As far as last night goes, another incredible finish. The crazy NFL weekend wrapped up in astonishing fashion. And so we've been wondering today, as the NFL world wonders, as fans wonder, was that the coming out party for the Jacksonville Jaguars, for Trevor Lawrence? Have they arrived? Has he arrived? I might be a little early for that, but man, 4-1, huge win for them. And Trevor Lawrence looks good now that he's out and running the ball a little bit.
That's what he said last night on the after show. I'm not going to, the 4-letter word. I like how Jay says that, the 4-letter, station.
Just because I came from their competitor.
Exactly.
The 3-letter word.
I get what you're doing. I respect it.
So it's staple. It's
Exactly. I've been told those things too. Like, if we got an affiliate, just say the 4-letter word.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I heard him say, I felt like I was back to my old self because I was able to actually use my legs a little. The mobility part of Trevor Lawrence, the athletic part that we saw at Clemson. He said it like, I feel myself. And it could have been, he's been beat up. Every season there's been a little bit of an injury. We've had the coaches, the changes in that, the Urban Meyer thing that you go back that probably didn't help him at all. But it does feel like with Cohen and him, it's a match. And it's so important nowadays when it comes to the quarterback head coach, if you have an offensive head coach, that relationship and how they really can help you. Remember, Cohen was with Baker in terms of his coordinator over in Tampa Bay, where Baker kind of excelled the season before when Cohen was there too. And so it's clearly what got him the job here in Jacksonville. But I do think it's a really good fit. We'll have to see if it lasts.
Yeah.
But
and they're running, my understanding is Liam Cohen is running basically that wide zone Shanahan-McVay offense.
Yeah.
So you're seeing Trevor Lawrence playing in that offense, which we know when it's working, the quarterback doesn't always put up big numbers because they rely on the running game and, they try to dominate time of possession as most teams do, and they try to play from ahead so the quarterback isn't throwing that much.
Right.
Yeah.
And he ran a lot last night. I'll tell you that. I think 54 yards on the ground. Two tutties on the ground? I'll have to look at that.
Yes.
Yeah. And so.
And almost 3, but
yeah.
he lost one when did you see that, Jay? When he tried
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, poke the ball over the goal line.
Yeah.
Fourth down. Come on.
I know.
That doesn't work at that level.
Nope.
Yeah, you got some big, strong guys swatting that thing out of there, swatting that melon out of there.
Alfred Collins.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous play always, too.
But are the Chiefs done? Are the Chiefs just...
They're done.
I think they're done, too,
Nah,
Jay.
I'm playing.
I think they're done.
Seriously?
Yes.
Meaning then they won't make the playoffs, or they're done winning championships?
I think they'll win. I think they'll make the playoffs. I just don't think they'll be that team anymore that gets to the... Because you look down in terms of... They've been to the Super Bowl almost every year. And I don't think it's that team this year.
It doesn't
I don't.
look like it, but when I watched them, like watching them last night, I'm not sure why not. I mean, defensively,
they are solid.
Yeah. So to me, if you got a team that's been in the Super Bowl and they're still solid defensively, and they've got Patrick Mahomes, I can't count him out. But to your point, you watch, it was like something's not right this year. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
But then to your point you made earlier on the show, Jay, they kind of play with their food a little to start the season. And we've seen this before where they're winning games in the past that maybe they shouldn't have won. Yeah. I think maybe I'm psychologically tricking myself out because it's that just sounded horrible. But I'm tripping myself out. That's what I wanted to say. Because they're doing the opposite almost because they're not winning the games and they're playing around with their food.
Yep.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I do. I think the last couple of years they've done that. And they've been, pleasantly for
Masters
them,
of the one score.
Yeah, they are. They
and
truly
that catches
are.
Up to you.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're 0-3 this year. Where I think last year in one-score games they were 12-0.
Yeah.
The problem is, and I understand what you are saying, Kayla. I just don't know who else is in that division that is going to take control of that division to put the Chiefs away.
Denver.
And that's...
You believe it?
You think Denver?
Okay.
No.
They're playing like it.
They'll be. I think KC will be in the race for sure. We need the Jags and the Colts to continue to win because now that'll put a little more pressure on that back end of the wild card.
Yep.
The way the Ravens are playing and Joe Flacco led Bengals. Here we go. And Dylan Gabriel led Browns.
Oh gosh.
Who's the backup now to him now? Who's the backup to him now?
Shador, baby.
Yeah,
Shador,
that's
right? Yeah.
Deion said today he was asked a question. He said, I don't give a damn about the Cleveland Browns, but I do like Shador Sanders. I got nothing but love for him.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Here's the company line on why the 49ers can't run the ball. I don't know about you, but I ain't buying it. Next, Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Clear skies tonight with light winds and temperatures dropping off into the 50s by Wednesday morning. We'll have mostly sunny skies on Wednesday with temperatures ranging in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
It's about time they
fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
Well, the autumn is here, and I know it's very warm today, but you know the cooler weather is here at night, and it's going to be very cold before you know it when winter is upon us. So how's your HVAC system set up for the winter? You don't want a surprise like we had last winter when our HVAC system shut down, just said, I'm out and tapped out. What did we do? Well, you know, there's a lot of HVAC companies out there. So when we were in desperate need of a new system, we called Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, leesair.com. They were ready to come out the day we called. Same day appointments, next day appointments are available. Why should you choose Lee's? Well, they offer 100% satisfaction guarantee, 4.8 stars on Google. Lots of friends recommend them. They've won awards for their service. They've spent more than 40 years now serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. Could not be happier with the system we got from Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. It works great, and it is so efficient. We're breathing better, and we also are saving money with this new system. You can trust Lee's with installation and repair of your AC, furnace, water heater, residential, commercial plumbing repair, commercial HVAC services too. Find out more at leesair.com and let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me and my family, treating us like family, set us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life, and as I like to tell you, it's improved the air that we breathe. Lee's Air, Plumbing and Heating, leesair.com, license number 635355.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission. $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-378-7241. 800-378-7241. Again, that's 800-378-7241.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting their focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 210-14884.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Just saw a preview here. We're watching. We got baseball on, and how about those Mariners, huh? By 4-0. Yeah.
How about it?
It's not a fair fight, Jay. Call that sucker off.
Just
Call
do
it
it.
off. It's
They
not
win the
over.
game then, I guess. You know.
Yeah. If the Tigers concede, and then you got the Jays over the Yankees, right? 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vladdy already hit a homer. We were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad.
You were talking
Guerrero
about him.
Jr.,
Yeah. We just saw a commercial here for the upcoming Springsteen movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're making all these movies now, Jay, about music legends, and then they're making the movies. That's one I probably won't see. And I know
Not interested?
I've just, for some reason, I have nothing against Springsteen. Just his music I've never connected with it. I've always thought of it as kind of an East Coast thing. And I know a lot of his songs, and, you know, I worked at radio stations when he had all his big hits, but it's just like, yeah, okay. It just never
Doesn't
done anything for me.
resonate. Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't grab you.
How about Bob Dylan? Did you guys watch that one? The Bob Dylan
no.
one?
No,
I didn't either.
didn't. Was it
You
good?
and your impressions today are spot on.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it either. No.
See, Jay saw the Bob Marley one, right?
Now,
and I don't want to see that.
Did you like it?
It was all right.
I just like Bob Marley. So
Yeah.
like anything Bob Marley, I'm like,
You're all in.
I am, because I just sang every song.
Okay.
But it's kind of sad.
It is. It is. And the period that
Yeah.
they attached the movie to.
Yep.
I thought they could have expanded the years of, and they tried to go back, like visions, or what do they call that when they kick back to a vision that, past time that a person had, and
Flashback or
flashback.
something?
But it's kind of like a vision, I guess, a flashback.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was just like, huh? And I won't say because Whitey hadn't seen it
Right.
yet.
Well, I saw a documentary about him that was great, and I just feel like that was real, and I don't want to see the
Yes.
Disneyfied version of it.
Yeah,
but
don't-
if
if
you
you saw
liked
that.
if it's good, maybe I'll see it.
Documentary was fantastic.
Yeah,
You should see it, Kate.
So that's what I need to
Yeah, you
to
should
watch.
see this one.
You know,
Okay.
they talked to all the people that actually knew him, and
Yeah.
Very thorough.
Mm-hmm.
They were, as you said, some childhood friends that they spoke to, which I hadn't
cool.
really seen a lot of people. For Bob Marley, unfortunately, some of those people have passed, but
Yeah.
they caught up with a bunch of people. Whitey shared with me the documentary. I truly like the documentary tenfold.
Okay.
And I get it. It's a documentary versus Disney movie.
Sure,
Right,
sure.
right. Yeah.
Well, I'll watch that then. I definitely need to see that then, because I'm a big Bob Marley fan.
The Queen one was pretty good.
It was all right.
Yeah,
It was all right.
The Elton John one, to me, I didn't know was a musical. It's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I've heard it's a music. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
The
All right,
musical part.
This is the real test. This step away.
Okay.
Have you seen Gone with the Wind, Kayla?
You're gonna be disappointed. I have not.
Oh, I'm not disappointed at all, because I would tell you don't waste your time.
I haven't
Really?
seen it either. Yeah.
Don't waste your
It
time.
came up. I said something.
Okay.
We were talking about something. I said, that's Gone with the Wind. And Jay said, you ever seen that movie? It's like, no, I haven't. I guess he's seen it. He's not a fan.
And Jay is like, no, Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, it is as long as a
Okay.
DMV line.
Nope.
Like, Gone with
Not,
the Wind is
not doing it.
you could spend a lot more time doing other things. I'm just telling you.
I'm glad you made me
Not missing
decide
anything.
not to do that.
But movie buffs, history buffs, they would
Mm-hmm.
tell you need to see it. I'm here to tell you, no, I'm debunking that.
Yeah. That had to be tricky for you because you don't know which way it's going.
I
So you're like-
didn't.
so you just got to, I'll just play it down the middle and tell him what, I haven't seen it.
I was
right?
like, maybe Jay's like gonna just be raving about Gone with the Wind. It's like one of the best of all times, and I can't believe that you don't have that culture to watch that movie. You know?
Is that the movie from which the line, I don't know nothing about birth and no babies comes from?
You're asking me?
I don't know.
You want me to look that up?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
And is Scarlet? I don't give a damn, right?
I think
Isn't
that is.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, and you haven't seen it.
I have not.
Wow.
I've seen a million skits of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and things. It's like, yeah.
I was gonna say that's pretty impressive then for not seeing it. You know.
Art Gable, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the company line on why the 49ers can't run the ball. I don't think I'm buying it. How about you? The biggest issue, this is Matt Mayoka wrote this, and this is after he talked to John Lynch, and I heard the conversation they had on the pregame show, which, of course, we aired Thursday night. Biggest issue with the lack of success on the ground is a decline in blocking from the wide receivers. Oftentimes, those blocks on the outside enable a 5-yard gain to turn into a 15-yard pickup. And he says, yes, the return of George Kittle will be felt throughout the entire offense, should provide a lot of help on the ground and through the air, and he's a really good run blocker. So I heard John Lynch say it, and that's where Matt Mayoko, who's a friend of the show and a great guy, that's where he's getting it. But the 49ers aren't running the ball because they're not getting the blocking from the wide receivers because they're playing backup wide receivers. I'm not buying it.
It's funny because I do feel like that is the most kind of like upper management coaching type of line you could give.
Mhm.
Because of course you're going to say, okay, especially because we don't have George Kittle out there, who we all know that's what he does and takes
he's
pride
really good
in it.
at it, blocking.
Yeah, but it's almost like I get where you're going with this. You're like, so you're saying you're kind of blaming it on also you don't have your starting wide receiver. I don't care. If you're the next man up, not only do you have to catch the ball, but you got to know how to block too.
Right.
That's why I don't buy the company line of that either, because I don't give a who's in. That should be part of your arsenal.
Yeah, and I just think that, Guy Haberman mentioned a number. What did he mention? Yards before contact?
Yes,
Or
with
like that?
McCaffrey.
Yeah,
There
and
it
the
is.
wide receivers have nothing to do with that. And
Nope.
I know, the 49ers system is such that the philosophy with wide receivers is no block, no rock. So I
Yeah.
get that. They do require the wide receivers to do a lot of blocking. But, Jay, I don't think that's the problem. I think the offensive line, in part because they've been hurt, they're not getting it done. And the 49ers don't like to admit that, we don't really pay attention to the offensive line.
We just can't get it done.
Yeah.
The guys that we put up there are not
but
making it
instead,
happen.
it's because we have backups at wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
I think it's a combination of all of it. I truly do. And I even throw this in there, not to pick on my guy, but I think Trent Williams hasn't been as masterful as he normally is. I think Pooney coming into the season being banged up and hurt, Pro Football Focus for the first couple of weeks had him graded very, very low. And now he's kind of kicked back up to where, people believe he belongs. So I think those two, Trent, Pooney, and the fact that Ben Barch has been gone. Everybody feels like, Burford where is he at? Yep, IR. He's been hurt, right? That's your swing tackle, so to say. So I just think that with the combination of the Juwan Jennings, the Brandon Ayuk's, the guys being gone, and just, if that's the other thing. If Brock Purdy is not out there, and prior to Mac Jones having a good couple of weeks, if I was to just put it on paper in front of both of you and say, where do you attack this offense? Knowing that Mac Jones is your quarterback, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stacking the box, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You ain't running the ball on us.
No.
So I think there's a combination of all those aspects that are kind of, guiding into this. Now, if we get to week 10.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
And we're getting 0.6 before the first touch. Trent Williams isn't being Trent Williams of old. Pooney's not doing his thing. Ben Barch is not back.
And you're right. You don't want to, if you're the 49ers, you're not going to say, well, our offensive line's really banged up.
Right.
That's why we're not running the ball. Yeah.
But that's what the Titans say. I mean, they're not doing what the dumpster fire Titans are saying. Now, wonder why they're a good organization that everybody actually says are smart about what they do. It's so funny you guys just said that, because that's all we talked about for the last 3 years was how crappy and beat up the offense. I love that. That is so funny to me that I'm in such a different land now than an organization that actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I think so.
Incredible.
Yes. They have been criticized a lot because they've said, the 49ers that is, they don't like to draft offensive linemen very high. They feel like they can get better value later in the rounds, and then they can craft those guys and form them into the type of offensive lineman they like. And sometimes, they look a little thin, but right now it's a combination of just the guys that you have are hurt. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest issue. Wide receivers aren't blocking.
It starts up front, guys. It starts up front.
Yeah. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up. We'll look at how this sleepy little sports town is growing up next on Sacktown Sports.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in L.A., red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at folsomlakehonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
I have a little story that to me really illustrates how far we have come as a sports town. But before we get to that, Jay, I just want to once again point out how much we appreciate Kayla being here and helping us out yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And also,
Thank
Jay,
you.
I just found out something about Kayla that kind of changes the way I think about her, the way I look at her, Jay. And I think you'll be, I don't want to say shocked, but at least surprised.
Maybe scared.
I was figuring the way you came out from break.
Yeah.
You had found out some information. And I saw, the movements of Kayla.
Yeah.
Like she was waving like a pageant winner and all that. I said, yeah, they must be in there talking about something.
Well, it wasn't her being in a pageant. I mean, maybe she was.
All right, okay.
I don't know.
Far from it, boys. Far from it.
She, rumor has it, Jay, don't tell anybody, but rumor has it that she actually, when she was in school, she had to get counseled by gang members because they thought she was in a gang.
Yeah. True
The
stuff.
school thought, you got to curb this gang activity.
We're talking elementary, middle school,
We're
high
talking
school?
fifth grade.
5th grade?
We're talking 5th grade. You remember those Adidas jackets? We all know the starters jackets for the boys.
Of course, yeah.
Remember the Adidas jackets for the girls, and there was all those cool colors?
We're talking about track jackets? Kind of like the track jackets?
Yeah, and they were a little thicker for the winter. They had the winter ones that were a little thicker. They had like the padding inside and stuff.
This is the story of the...
So I was in 5th grade. Great student, by the way. Like, wasn't doing anything bad in school or anything.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Exactly. And I was like a leader, so I had some friends, and we all liked our Adidas jackets, and we
You
all
were like a gang leader?
I didn't think I was, but I told the gals, let's all get these jackets. And, we wore our jackets out on the playground and, all that stuff. And for some reason, my 5th grade teacher thought I was leading this gang. And straight up in Spokane, Washington, she said, you are going to gang classes. They had my parents involved. They had to come into the school. We listened to former gang members come in and tell us about their stories. And they scaring us straight. I can remember this one story about how this woman scratched herself to death, or not to death, but, scratched her arm off pretty much because she thought she was seeing spiders on her arm all the time because she was on, so many drugs. This actually happened, and our parents were so mad that they went up against this teacher and said, "What are you doing? Our kids are not in a gang."
Jay, I'm taking the teacher side. I don't know about you.
Did we get the teacher's name?
Okay, gosh.
Do we need to use aliases?
Yeah, we probably don't need to.
Yeah, I guess I'll hold off on that. But I never understood her because I'm like, I was a good student.
What was the name of your gang?
I mean, I guess you could have called us the Adidas gang.
Three Stripers?
Three Stripers, yeah. 3 Stripers. Okay, so one time I might have said to the one girl, you got to go get an Adidas jacket. I might have told her
you
she had to go
were
get
putting
an
the
Adidas
peer
jacket.
pressure on that young
I
lady.
might have been. But I mean, that's as far as it went. We weren't doing initiation or any of that stuff.
How in the hell does a teacher get that from wearing
Is that not insane?
Adidas coats?
And that is a straight up true story.
That really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can imagine your parents weren't overly
They were
thrilled with
not
that.
happy. And to this day, we still talk about that
What's
teacher.
the Father Gleason do? You get a phone
Yeah,
call.
what is-
Hey, young lady, leader, lover.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
First thing I'm getting her and taking her home, and she ain't going through this whatever you have for her.
There it was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, you got any issues, you come to us.
Talk to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got a problem. We don't have the problem. Problem is you.
Come on now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I needed you on my side.
Uh-huh.
Provide my young ladies with nothing but an Adidas coat.
Mhm. Exactly. I mean, it's cold in Spokane in the winters. I was helping out the girls saying,
Cold
hey,
in
get
the
yourself
summer.
a coat. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure your dad went to bat for
Oh,
you.
yeah,
I
he
know he's
did.
a Dodger
He-
fan and everything,
he
but
d-
he's probably a really good guy in spite of
He
that.
is. He's
Wait, what?
So AAA Dodgers used to be a thing in Spokane.
Spokane, yeah.
They used to have. So he is ever since a little kid. He grew up in Spokane.
Okay.
He would go to the games with his
parents,
and he's been a Dodgers fan ever since.
Even though the Mariners were sitting right next
Yeah,
door?
and my grandpa was a huge Mariners fan. Like
So no Jay Buhner.
he not for my dad. No.
What?
Yeah, all the others. Yeah, but my dad has this nostalgic thing with teams, and that's how he picks his teams. And so he picked the LA Dodgers.
What about football?
Football, I would say he's still a Seahawks fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about hoop? Was he a Sonic guy? Okay.
Sonics.
All right.
Mm-hmm. It's just that Dodgers, something came over him when he was a little kid where he loved, it was like Tommy Lasorda and all that.
Jess
over
says,
there.
okay, her street cred just went all the way up. Campy says, Kayla's gang name, Spokane K. Pardon me. Jess says, you can't sit with us. Jess used to throw up K's. So
Throw up K's?
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, though, I've got a lot of stories that you'll never believe, but that's for another day.
Yeah, that's a good start.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
So we came upon this, though, because somebody said, oh, the Drive Gang.
Yeah, right.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, Kevin, you were like, I don't want to call you a guy. I was like, I don't
My
really
mom
care.
used to have an issue with that when she was at a restaurant,
Mhm.
and the waiter, the server would say, do you guys know what you want? You drove my mom crazy. And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't like to be called a guy.
Sure.
So
I respect that.
she was also a Dodger fan, by the way.
Those Dodger fans
Mhm,
all
mhm.
over the place.
Jay, I think our sleepy little sports town has grown up.
A little bit.
You
Mhm.
talked about the UFL last week. Remember the UFL is moving out of Birmingham and San Antonio and somewhere.
It was Orlando, but they're doubling back to Orlando.
Yeah,
they got it straight.
Yeah, and they're going to Columbus and somewhere else, and they're going to play in like MLS stadiums.
Yeah.
So we're not getting. I know we talked last week. Maybe we'll get one of these teams. UFL is adding 3 cities. Sacramento is not getting one. We don't care, do we? We don't want one. There was
Not
a time
right
when
now,
I think
no.
we would have cared, but now, Jay, our bar is much higher. We've got freaking Major League Baseball here. We would like to get MLS here. We got the
You
NBA.
guys need me. Why do you not have MLS?
It's very close.
Oh, that's a long story.
close.
Yeah, we don't have what? We got about 4 minutes.
It shocks
They
me.
came here and said it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The commissioner of MLS, and the next thing you know, they went to Cincinnati instead.
Stupid. I'm sorry, and I know Cincinnati's a good. They do support their team. I cannot believe you guys do not have an MLS team.
I
Truly.
think you're speaking to the crowd. I'm pretty sure there's probably about 90% of the people who are listening and tuned in and watching would probably agree with you, Kayla. Gangsta K.
Yeah.
I think it's I truly think we were all shocked that it did not happen. When it's really all said and done, I don't know. Wasn't privy to all the aspects of what happened, but I always say follow the money.
Yeah.
Right? You got to follow
You're right.
the money.
Bottom line is, I believe MLS felt there wasn't enough, right?
Money?
what yeah.
Yes.
Here.
Give me a break.
To the best of our knowledge.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and
It's
the
long story short.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I was a part of the welcoming committee / celebration on Capitol. As you said, Whitey, we had the commission on.
You were there?
Yeah. This time slot, we interviewed him, and he was like, loved being in Sacramento. And that was the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th time that he had been here.
Right.
And just didn't finish. Didn't go right.
I've told this story before. I don't mean to be redundant, but it did tell me what was really going on. This was probably a year or two before they actually came and said, you're going to get a team, which we didn't. But when there was a lot of talk about the MLS coming to Sacramento, I called MLS offices. I was trying to get the commissioner on a show in town, and I didn't have any connection. So I said, I'll call the league office. Could I speak to the commissioner? I'm trying to get an interview with him in Sacramento. Okay, hold on one second. And someone answers, yes, hello. Hi, I'm calling from Sacramento. Oh, did you want to invest?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So when you knew it was,
I was like,
no.
no.
It's a little shaky?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Okay, I see.
Stretchy B was getting asked to invest.
They didn't even know who I was. They just knew I was from Sacramento.
You should have said, I'm Stretch Birdmine.
Yeah. Can you stretch your pockets?
Yeah.
That's a long. Why are you bringing up Scab stories here, Kayla? Did you not pre-warn her and let her know this during the break, or did she not give you the inclination that she was going to talk?
I didn't know that because that's how
Kayla.
passionate I feel that you guys need a team.
I'm just playing around.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
truly, we are ready when they are.
When they
I
are.
think that's what Sac Republic has pretty much said. We're ready when they are.
And there's a lot of people that are working on it, but at the same time, if it doesn't happen, I think those people are fine with where we are and what we got.
Sure.
Yeah. Sac Republic FC's done a great job, and they're getting a new
Yeah,
stadium.
no, that's great USL team.
Yeah, and I know we had somebody on, and I asked him, so this stadium could be expanded if you ever get an MLS team? He said, it could, but that's not really what we're thinking about right now. It's not really what we're focused on.
I get that.
Yeah. So what do you think? Back with us tomorrow?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Gangsta K.
GK.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be celebrating a Mariner win.
I think right now it looks good. 4-0 still.
Okay. And we'll be getting you ready as if you need any help getting ready for the Sacramento Kings preseason opener. It's tomorrow. Stick around because we got golf to go coming up next. Thanks for listening to The Drive Guys and The Drive Gang on Sacktown Sports.